let's get into tonight's episode of A Pirate's Life for Me.
Yarr.
Cool. We need some pirate music. So, welcome to the Crimson Cove Islands, where piracy is the rule and plunder and adventure awaits. The Crimson Cove lies in the Great Divide Ocean, fittingly in between the continents of Tanarian to the west and Lithuriel to the east. Here, a powerful group of pirate captains known as the Vice continue to be a thorn in the side of the Crovian Empire as they pillage merchant ships that leave the Azure Bay. The King of Krov, Marvaldi Dominus III, would like nothing more than to end this plague of attacks, and has recently sent a fleet of Crovian warships with orders to end any pirate threat. However, there's much to discover in the Crimson Cove. Hundreds. Actually, that's something I'm getting two music at once. The music was all screwy. There we go. So, however, there is much to discover in the Crimson Cove. Hundreds of smaller islands surround the 5 large island masses, each with a story to tell. Much of the islands have remained hidden thanks to the pirate threat and the surrounding oceans. Expansive jungles, tropical paradises, and landmarks untouched since the Great Sacrifice are ready to be explored. Who knows what ancient ruins one may uncover, or better yet, what lies hidden and waiting. 2 known friendly settlements reside on the eastern part of the islands. The free city of Pandaros, a wild and chaotic harbor where the spoils of raids and dungeon delves are sold without oversight or interference. Merchants looking to turn a fast profit, explorers ready to embark on perilous adventures make up most of the infamous city. But here, the Tempest King, an overlord of the Vice pirates, watches over the city uncaring as long as he receives his cut. Our group's adventure, though, begins in Port Nadern, a small harbor south of Pandaros along Sea Devil's coast. Now, each of you have had your own personal reasons for journeying to the port. Unfortunately, the last thing you remember is entering the Silver Maiden Inn, the ringing of laughter, the joys of excess around you, a sense of hearty stews and ale lingering in your nostrils. But now, the sensation is different. A pounding headache, a sickening yet spicy taste in your mouths. You faintly remember the ale you drank and the stew you ate being strangely spicy. Opening your eyes, you lie on a hard floor, the rhythmic creaking noise and the feeling of a swaying room. But you're not drunk. Others around you are also waking up on the floor next to you. Your situation begins to become clear. You are no longer in the inn, but on a ship, and all your possessions are missing. So, let's jump to each of you guys. Let's alphabetical order, and you guys can describe what you look like. Just remember, all you have on is like simple clothes, simple tunics, or shirt and pants. But all your weapons are gone, all your armor is gone. So up first is Anthrax.
All right. Well, as you can tell, I am a Storm Draconic. I have some blue scaly skins. I have spikes all over my head that look kind of bonish, like they're just bones popping out of my head. I have golden eyes. He is 32 years young. Stands at 6'7", so pretty tall guy. And he's pretty hefty with those scales on at 280. And yeah, that's pretty much it with that guy.
All right, next up is Anton.
So Anton is a very tall, well-built Valthera, very, dark gray, white eyes, just kind of intimidating to look at. He's very, very well built. And in typical Anton fashion, he has a little bit of like a sly smile on his face, like last night was interesting, and now he's confused where he is, and he's just going with it right now.
Shout out to Blaine for 2 gifted subs. Revert and 2 lemony.
And it continues.
And it continues. Next up
He's typing.
is...
Camera froze?
I got you. Damien, you're up.
Damien is a well-built gnome. He's a little bit taller than most gnomes at around 3'6", and then he has quite pale skin and he has orange hair. And that's about it.
Next up is Shiba.
Is there we go. It's just loading slow. Anyway, he's small. He's a small little Rusko. He's about 4 foot high. He has heterochromatic eyes, so one's blue, one's green. And yeah. Normal fox.
All right. And the battle continues. Thanks, Raz, for the gifted subs. Congrats to Slash Fury and Gallico. Last of the 5, Varen.
Varen is a Valthera. Appears full of energy and life. His fur is a dirty blonde. His hazel eyes give off that he's eager for what's to come, especially where we are right now. He stands at 6 foot and 2 inches.
It's a tall group.
That's it.
Rizzo with the 50 bits. Thank you, sir. We'll have that bit on the email here soon. As soon as it's finished. The 5 of you awaken together in this room. Around you, there's 16 pillars that support the deck above you in the spacious hold, with hammocks being run between the walls and the pillars. A trapdoor built into the floor sits in the center. Looks to have a padlock running across the front of it on the top. But besides that, this cargo hold that you're in is empty, besides the 5 of you.
Ah, fuck me. I knew that stew was too.
Beer was nothing.
I don't remember drinking with any of you guys.
Neither do I.
Well, I suppose I did mean to get into a little trouble last night, but interesting.
I don't recall being on such a small vessel. Would any of you happen to know where I am?
That's a good question.
I don't even know what you are.
A gnome, as they
You
call
small.
me. Yes, of course. I am quite.
Who knows? Whoever picked us up might have, well, he might just be collecting some odd.
Yes, I've never seen these two before.
I've seen many of you.
What's your name, friend? I'll look down at Varen, being like 2 heads taller than he is.
My name's Varen. What's yours?
Well, my friends call me Anton. And I'll extend my hand to shake his.
I'll shake. Perhaps we should go look around.
What about you? I'll put my hand on Sheba's head.
Least you can do here is get down on my level if you want to talk.
I'll lean into him.
Oh, God.
Just crack a huge smile.
Oh, dude.
Name's Sheba. Nice to meet you.
Well, from the looks of it, I'd say we're on another ship.
Thank you, Bland,
Which
for
I
2 more
guess-
subs. Piper, Nomad Artificer.
It's back.
I'll yield for tonight.
Above you, as you guys are starting to get your bearing and speak to each other, several pairs of heavy footsteps can be heard walking above the ship. Sounds like they are starting to come down the stairs as the light of a lantern can be seen pushing itself through the stairwell here.
Not too sure, but I'm gonna say we're gonna be on somebody else's ship right now, and we're gonna be fucked.
Nice observation.
Yeah, I don't like these situations.
Well, I mean, if they were looking for hired hands, I was looking for work, so.
Well, I figured they brought us all on here for a reason. Probably not to kill us yet.
Yeah.
The figures begin to emerge into this cargo hold. You see 6 men, clearly pirates, step into the room. One man stands out above the rest. He appears human, Rashimi ethnicity with dark touch skin. A black beard tangled into braids goes down his chest. He wears a crimson bandana and carries a whip in his hand. He has an expression that could be mistaken for pain, but upon further look, it's clearly a sadistic smile. He cracks the whip. On your feet, you filthy swabs. Get up on the decks and report for duty. Captain Rahad will flay you the sausages and have you get fried up by fish gutter if you don't hurry.
It appears we've been taken prisoner.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I don't like the situation.
I
why not?
was hoping for some drinking money later. Oh, well.
I don't think we'll be paying for drinks.
I've
Unless we
never
go on
worked
that
on a
water.
pirate vessel before. It should be fun.
Me too. It's a new experience.
It's just like any other ship. I'll follow up if they're heading back up.
So they lead you guys upwards. They form out behind you to have 3 in front and 3 behind, with the man with the whip leading the way. So the first thing happens is you go up a set of stairs, and you see the ship's main cargo hold. Although mostly empty, not pictured, there are dozens of pigs kept in cages in the surrounding areas, and the smell and the sound of loud oinks fills it. Even stranger, there's a man, almost 8 feet tall, human. He appears to be chained to the wall. Stranger yet, he's covered in black tar and has feathers put all across his body. He's standing up as you walk in, and he just kind of looks over, not giving you much mind. Catching glimpses in his eyes. He seems a little dim-witted. I grabbed a band when I went up. But they continue upward. Another flight of stairs. You step onto the main deck. So it's probably obvious, but the way it works is you see the stairs above it that go to the foredeck and the poop deck, or the 2 other decks. The foredeck is the one with the orc female. The poop deck is the one with the captain. They lead you up. On the main deck, as you emerge, the mast rises from the center, almost 60 feet high, which you are now currently under. At the bottom of a mast is an easily identifiable whipping post with thick ropes and dried stained blood. There's also 2 10-foot square hatches in the deck and open to the middle below, and if you look down you can see some of the pigs in their cages squirming around. To the far east, a large wooden box bound in iron sits just beneath this bridge. For those that are familiar with piratry, it is a sweat box, used to punish those by stuffing them inside. A large padlock sits on the outside of the sweat box. You also notice when you reach the main deck, it's apparent that you are on a very sizable ship in the middle of the ocean far from land. Port Nadern is nothing but a haze on the horizon far out. Figures cluster around the ship's main mast, looking up at the higher decks where the 2 figures stand. These bad boys up here. One of them is broad, muscular, yet older. He has a large gray beard and a mustache that curls slightly up towards his nose. His eyes are a striking orange. His coat and the amount of gold rings and jewelry he wears easily identifies him as the captain of the ship. Next to him, a younger, bald human, except for the black ponytail that runs across the very back of his neck. He wears a long purple coat. He holds a cat o' nine tails whip, which is a whip that goes out in 9 different little slotches and has wires like barbed edges on it. He looks to be an Oncolan origin, which is kind of strange to see an Oncolan leaving the deserts, but here one sits. All the pirates on the ship are looking anxiously up towards the captain. Looking behind you, another figure stands out. An orc woman, very ugly by nature, even for orc standards. The left side of her face, her teeth and her tusks are overgrown and they reach upwards towards her cheek, or the right side of her face. Her teeth have been sanded down. She carries an unusual amount of weaponry across her belt and a 2-handed axe. She looks very intently towards the captain. The captain steps forward. Glad you could join us at last. Welcome to the Festering Tide. My thanks for volunteering to join my crew. I am Captain Rahad of the Vice. Not that you will ever need to address me. I have one rule. He pauses. Don't speak to me. I like to talk, but I don't give a damn about your talk. Follow that rule and do what you're told and you'll be taken care of, even paid. On one more thing, even with you new recruits, we're still short-handed thanks to that Krovian king. I aim to keep what crew I have. There'll be a keel hauling for anyone caught killing anyone. Mr. Pug, if you'd be so kind as to make pirates out of these volunteers here, it'll save me from having to put them in the sweat box. He turns and he starts to walk back towards the front of the poop deck and looks out towards the ocean.
With my experience sailing around, would I know Captain Redhod by reputation at all? Or like the Festering Tide?
You would? He is a member of the Vice, which is a group of many of the pirates that are in this area. And you would know that the Vice is ruled by the Tempest King. Captain Rahad isn't one of like the higher ups of the Vice, but he's definitely made a note for himself. And you think that there's usually between like 10 to 15 captains at one time, but they change. It rises and falls a lot.
If only he would have. I'll look back to the group behind us. If only he would have asked nicely, I would have came more willingly.
I don't think doing things nicely is their thing here.
Some of the pirates begin to, now that the captain is finished speaking, they begin to spread out, going about their daily lives here on the ship. Spread them out a bit. Rad Hitch, the sadistic guy that you met first, kind of hangs around. The rest go about their business, and as they do, the one that he called Pug steps down onto the main deck in front of all of you. All right. We need someone good at climbing to work the rigging. We're going to have a little test.
I'll do it.
All you there. Climb. Up the mast. Now. Go. And he claps his hands.
I'll go.
Yeah, I'll immediately grab on and start going.
Make a acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
All of us? Or
Or you can choose not to if you want.
Oh,
I will reluctantly do it. Athletics or acrobatics?
Yep.
Acrobatics.
So he takes his cat nine tails and as he does, all 5 of you start to scurry up the mast, up the ropes. Sheba, you just like dash up quickly, easily up to there's a crow's nest that sits up top. Then you just, it's almost like you're running up the mast. like Spider-Man. Baron climbs pretty quickly, beats out Anton by a little bit. Damon and Rizzo could be reluctance to be ordered, or it could be you're just bad at climbing, but you guys are pretty low. But as Sheba gets to the top,
I don't climb.
come on down. You there, Rusko. Your name?
Sheba, sir.
You're the winner. You're now a rigger. Congratulations.
Something to do.
You have been awarded this title. Second test. Just as important. We've a cook. Goes by the name Brutus Fishgut. Problem is, Brutus is a real drinking problem and he can't cook for shit. The test is simple. Can you cook? He looks around at the four of you.
I've dabbled a little bit, but can't say I'm much better.
Looks to Baron. Can you cook?
I mainly do beer, but yeah, I can do.
Turns, looks
I can
down
try
to
to do.
Damien. Can you cook?
Oh, sir, I'm an engineer. How to cook?
Turns to Anthrax. And you, can you cook?
I've lived my life in the woods. I can create bonfires. I eat berries. Maybe.
So looking at your four characters, are any of you considered overweight or large in terms of gut size?
Yeah.
So who would be the heaviest out of Anthrax, Baron, and Anton?
I was 280.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm 210 at best.
Yeah.
192.
So Pug
I'm
walks
heavy with
up.
my scales.
I'm very cut.
Pug walks up to you. Anthrax, he pokes you in the stomach. You fat fuck! You're gonna be a cook, a great one. Get down and find Brutus, fish gut.
Okay. I hope you all survive.
The rest of you, Boltswain Radich, that sadistic prick will find you a job. Speak to him. The Pug starts to walk back up towards the captain. Radich holds his whip and he gives you that stupid smile. Like he doesn't know how to smile.
You need anything repaired?
So now at this point, I need all five of you to roll a d10.
Alright.
2, 3, 4.
Alright, so I got Varen as a 3, Sheba is a 2, Anton is a 4, Damon is a 9, Anthrax is a 3. Alright. Varen. Radich turns around and he picks up a mop and he hands it to you. Scrub the decks. Scrub the sandstone. Don't come inside until it's clean. I want to see myself on it. He hands you the mop and bucket.
To me, right? Yeah.
Yep, to you.
Alright.
Sheba. Your main job here today as a rigger is you need to do line work. So your job is to hoist and lower the sails as the captain calls for it. So you'll be up by the crow nest with the lookout, and you'll just be hoisting and lowering, just running rope. Anton. Radich says, your friend up there is going to need help tying and untying the knots in the ship's rope, moving the heavy coils back and forth. You follow his lead. Tie down what needs to be tied down. Feed him rope when he needs it. Stay on the main deck.
That was to me.
Yep.
Yes, sir. I haven't done rigging work in a little while. This will be fun.
Damon with a 9. Go down below deck. Catch the rats and the vermins. By any means necessary, you're on rat duty, boy.
Sounds fun.
And then Anthrax. After you speak to Fishgut, I want you catching the night's supper. Fish the lines over the rails, catch what you can. Maybe tomorrow we get you turtle hunting.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You from Louisiana, boy?
Maybe.
As he hands out your jobs. You guys are all free to explore the ship as long as you stay in kind of the area of where your job is.
Time to go kill some rats, I guess.
Where's my boy Fishgut at?
So Fishgut is in the rooms next to Owlbear. So Anton, Sheba, Varen, you guys are on the decks.
Yeah.
Sheba's flying around up top. Lauren raising the sails. Anton's feeding him rope. Varen has his mop out. Varen's mopping the deck.
Varen is very unpleased.
Anthrax, as you step in. So the room that you're in right now, you step into the room. It looks just like a small cabin of some sorts. Nothing really jumps out at you here, but the door next to you is open, and you see a goat just walk by.
Bear. Get out of my way.
Just kind of pushes to the side.
Walking in, it is a cramped and chaotic kitchen. Holds 2 wooden tables, small stove, sits against the wall, as well as virtually every cooking utensil imaginable. There's also a very uncomfortable amount of butcher cleavers surrounding the room. 3 chickens and a goat wander this tightly enclosed space, as this kitchen is a madness of dirt, food, and knives. In the room, besides the goat, Brutus Fishgut is sitting against the table, has a big bottle of rum in his hand, and he's just dumping it back. You walk in, he takes a big swig and he holds it out to you.
Mm-hmm. What we got here?
You're welcome for a swig, boy.
I will gladly.
Take the bottle, take a big old drink.
Woke up, found myself here. Told, come down here, talk to you. Supposed to cook.
It's our job to prepare tonight's supper.
This goat supper.
Oh, the goat's for the milk. The pig's his supper. Go in there, grab me one of them piggies, and bring them on in here.
You go in there and grab a piggy.
Mm-hmm.
So you open the cage and it just rushes out. Make an acrobatics check.
All right. It's gonna be bad, but here we go. Grease pig.
The pig rushes past you, and you drive and you miss it, and now it's just running around the hold here. And Owlbear has his back against the hold, and he's just watching this pig.
Wait. Son bitch.
I go out there, start chasing after it.
Here, piggy, sweet. Come here, piggy.
Damien, as you
Ball.
while Damien, you're walking down, going to the lower deck, you see the pig just running past you.
Damn pig.
Come here, piggy.
Road and I need to get.
You might have to clean up some more shit down here.
Owlbear leans forward and his chains a bit. There's a large club on the floor, and he grabs it. Bacon! Smash! And he smashed the pig on the head.
Well,
Turns at you and he puts his club up. Some of the fur falls, or some of the feathers fall off of him.
you big
Owlbear. Owlbear smash.
boy. Mm-hmm.
Owlbear, good job.
What owlbear like?
Hungry. You cook,
Hmm.
give to Owlbear.
I pick it up and
Mm-hmm. I'll get you some bacon. Bacon.
so good. All right, so I pick it up, walk it back in here.
As you walk in, Fishgut is passed out in the chair.
Got your bacon.
All right, well, I guess I'm cooking.
All right. How would
Go
you
and
like to
prep.
prepare this pig?
Well, it's smashed to shit now, so I don't know, did he bash its head or the whole body?
You bash on the head. Just,
All right, so the head's fucking smashed. All right, well, I just gonna roast the body then. Take the head off, just roast the whole thing on a spigot.
you got it. When you roasted it, the door next to you opens up, and the woman, her name is Grotesque the orc, because she's ugly. Behind her is
Boy.
you see all these different types of weapons and armors and trinkets and trade goods. You're new here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm the quartermaster, so if you got the coin, I have the goods. I'll also buy what you have. Doesn't look like much.
Yeah, I look down, look back up here, and say, broke.
Well, if you become a better pirate, I'll buy your wares. Captain Rahao doesn't need to know that's our deals.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Nice to meet you.
You as well. So Damien,
Always like this.
just don't speak to him and you'll be fine.
Mm,
He only talks to Pug. Damien, as you go down into the lower deck where you woke up from before, how would you like to deal with the rat problem?
In a very efficient and precise manner, I'm gonna scan the entire bottom section of the ship and then go up the floor and do the same till I kill every single rat there is.
Give me a perception
Drag
check as you
them,
hunt for
snatch
rats.
their neck.
You walk down and you stop and you look around. There's a couple pirates walking around, but with such a high roll, you see a couple little rats scurry. They look like they're coming out of the vent in the floor. And two of them come out and then rush off in different directions.
I go to the vent.
You go to the vent?
Yeah.
So walking up to the vent and looking down. Looking down, the lowest deck on the ship is a foul, damp place with thick cobwebs, deep, dark, brackish water that stinks. A ladder leads down below, and what looks to be a single pump rests below. However, there's a padlock on the top of this door.
Well, this is annoying.
As you're looking down, another rat, you see it start to crawl up out of the grate right in front of you. Just
I'm gonna grab it.
give me a attack roll. D20 plus your proficiency plus your dex. An 11. Do you want to grab it to like keep it alive, or do you want to like kill it?
I kill it.
So you smash it. A couple pirates look over. Hey, nicely done, small one.
You know how to get down there? That's where the problem is.
The only one's allowed down there. You gotta speak to Radich. He's got the keys.
See, thank you. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna go take the rat to the kitchen.
So walking up to the kitchen, you'll see Brutus Fish Gut passed out with rum on his lap, and Anthrax is cutting up a pig.
Food. I throw it in the floor. I'm gonna start a pile.
That's not food. That's a rat. No.
I shrug.
I just continue doing what I'm doing. Maybe Brutus will wake up and be like, what the fuck? I'm just letting it go.
There's gonna be a pile by the time he wakes up.
And then I'm gonna just keep hunting rats.
I was told to cook, not deal with the rats. He's dealing with the rats.
When you walk past Damien, you walk past Albert, he just stares at you as you walk, just mean mugging.
Just give him a thumbs up.
You baby.
Yes.
Baby speak.
Yes.
Baby evil! Ah! He takes his club, he swings at you. Ah!
Boy.
Stay away.
I walk away. I'm just confused.
You walk away, he just keeps looking at you. Baby.
I'm gonna look for rats on this floor as well.
Give me another perception.
Alright.
19. There's a couple of rats. You see 2 rats are by the stairwell coming up, and there's 1 rat about 5 feet from Owlbear. Damien the Ratbane.
I'm gonna go for the one at the stairs. Easier to kill.
How'd you like to kill this one?
Like, grab it.
Yeah, give me another attack. Yeah. Reaching out, you hear Owlbear go smash, and he smashes the rat next to him.
God, I accidentally turned on the Chinese keyboard on my computer.
Oh, hurry up.
It's pretty easy. Oh yeah, 21.
Good.
It's an easy kill for you.
I'm gonna go drop it in the kitchen.
Walking into the kitchen, the goat just looks at you with its goat eyes.
Do you eat? Do you eat the? Oh my god. I think I'll just continue my rat hunting operation until they're all dead.
Alright, so Damien's killing rats pretty efficiently. And Threx is doing a pretty good job of cooking. On the top deck, Radich and a couple of the pirates are on the foredeck, and Captain Rahad is looking out with Nez and Pug. Captain Rahad looks over. More sails!
On it! Oh shit, I'm not supposed to talk to him.
So Sheba and Anton, give me acrobatics or athletics, your choice. And Varen, give me either one your choice too.
Oh shit, I'm falling.
Acrobatics. Easy.
So Sheba, you try to run across the rope. So there's 3 masts. There's a mast by the captain, there's a mast by Radich, and then there's the middle mast. And rope connects all 3. And as you run across the rope, you slip. And you start to fall. Give me another acrobatics, see if you can catch yourself. You fall down about 30 feet, and then you catch a rope and you slide, burning your hands a bit, but you're able to stop yourself. And Antonidas with an 11 pulls on the reins a bit to help you out. As he sees you fall, then catch yourself.
We'll have to get you your sea legs, little Rusco.
Probably been on the sea longer than you.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I can change the server. So let me go.
Alright, we'll see if this is better.
There we go.
What's happening?
Changing the. See if it helps out the lag for Varen. So as Sheba catches himself, Varen is mopping the fuck out of this deck. It looks amazing. It's spotless. As Varen, you're mopping the deck, Radich walks down, looks at you. He spits. Here's the spot. Learn to mop, boy. He walks back up, laughing.
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear nothing.
Discord just gave up for a second there.
Did it?
Yeah.
Probably server changing.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So Radich walked down. He spit right next to Varen on the ground. And he said, "Missed the spot. Learn to mop, boy." And he walked away laughing. Captain Rod looks over his shoulder. "I said pick up speed." Give me another acrobatics check, 2 of you. Or athletics. Oh, yeah,
There we go.
This time, the 2 of you working together pull the mast down hard, and the boat lurches forward a bit. And you see now on the far horizon what the captain was looking at. Almost out of eyesight, there looks to be some sort of ship. A couple miles out. And he's going towards it.
I haven't helped take a ship in a long time.
You guys travel for hours and hours as the ship is also moving away. Captain Rahad looks over his shoulder. Set the sails a bit lower.
Acrobatics?
Yep, acrobatics, athletics. You guys rush across. You pull back a bit. Antonius loses his grip on the rope a bit, and it slides out, but he's able to grab it and pull, and he pulls hard. And you set the sails. I need another check from Varen, too. Let's see Varen's mop skills.
While we're doing this, too...
His morale has been destroyed.
I didn't bother to learn any sea shanties, but Anton will just be humming some, singing some to himself. He'll get louder if other people join in.
Nice.
On the deck.
Beneville, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Beneville, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub too. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. Give some love to Beneville in chat. Get with them emotes. So you singing your shanty. A couple of the pirates around you start to sing along in a deep hum. And then a radish walks down. He very loudly. No more singing, because Varen can't mop for shit. And he punches Varen in the face. Varen take 2 points of damages. Just reach back and learn to mop, boy.
Give me another job and maybe I can do something better.
Oh, you want another job, do you? I have just the job for you. Come with me. As he leads you downstairs, this is going to put you around getting close to dusk, getting close to supper time, as they called it. And he leads you down. As he leads you down the stairs, he leads you all the way to the very bottom where the trap gate was in the hall. He opens the gate. He opens the thing up. And as he opens it up, he goes, Magpie, come here. And you see this human covered in slop, looking skinny, kind of make his way slowly over. He looks starved, beaten. Make your way up. Come on, Magpie. Varen, help him get to the top deck.
I'll help, I guess.
As Radish is walking up, he says, everyone come up. It's time to show you what happens when you fuck up here. And he slowly walks up. He walks past Damien and Anthrax and he yells at you guys too. Come on, all of you, up to the top decks. So he leads you up. Varen, tie him to the mast.
Ooh.
Okay. I'll tie him to the mast.
Now see here, Magpie here. He made the stupid error of speaking to the captain. You know what we do to people that speak to the captain? You see the captain walk over, and you see Nez and Pug walk over. They're watching now. Punishment, keel hauling. You and you and you and you and you. And he points to the 5 of you. New ones. Tie his ankles with the ropes. Give him about 100 feet of length. I'm watching you.
I'll just sigh and begin climbing down.
I'll walk over and start doing exactly that.
Yeah.
I got food to cook. Mm-hmm. Let's do this.
You tie it. You tie the rope around his ankles. His skinny, hurt body. He whimpers as you tie him. No, no, not so tight. Please, not so tight.
Oh, trust me, you're gonna want these tight.
Then Raditch walks over. Hand me the other end, please.
And I'll hand it over to Raditch.
Takes it. He wraps it around the middle mast. He kicks Magpie over the edge. Magpie, splash! And he falls into the ground, or he falls into the water. Big splash. And you look over the deck, and you see his body now being pulled by the ship. He's being like waterboarded by the ship as it continues onward, and he's just flapping up and down, having a tough time. He's fighting to keep his head up, and And then he goes under. And you see that smirk on Raditch's face, just staring across overboard. Raditch looks up towards Nezin and the captain. There's no expression on the captain's face, but you get a slight shimmer in the eye of Nezin Pug as he's watching this. Raditch walks over to the mast. Lets the rope go. On the opposite side of the ship, you see a body float up towards the water, torn to shreds. And then you see the fins start to pop up around the body, shark fins circling. And then you see the jaw reach up and the body go under. The ship continues on. And Raditch looks around now. Let that be a lesson to the new ones. Don't speak to the captain. Now. That cat.
Can I go back up now?
That cat is scary. The cat's eyes. Shiva's cat. Ah! What is that thing? It's Grumpy Cat. I'll get below and make supper for the group. All of you below.
As I walk back in there, I pick up some of the rats. I'm gonna skin them and cook them.
All right.
Damien walks down with like an awesome gloom on his face.
The captain goes into his quarters. People start to pile into the cargo hold outside the kitchen. And as you guys pile into the hall here, Brutus sits up. Oh, did we make supper?
I made supper.
You did a fine job, lad. But I think we made supper together.
I hand him a rat.
You see, you make me look good. And I help you. That's the deal.
More like I help you make you look good. Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't worry. You know why they keep me around here, even though I'm a drunk.
You tell a good fish story.
Captain's me cousin.
Oh. Well, I should stop talking shit to you then.
So you make me look good. And it's good for all of you.
Can I insight that?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm inciting. For shizzle.
Oh, damn.
Is
With
he
a-
really the cousin?
With the 20s, he seems like he's telling the truth.
Alright.
He's very drunk, but that just loosens the lips a bit. Pretty easy to tell. For the 5 of you that come down, or the 4 of you that come down, as Anthrax is making supper with Brutus, the pirates start to line up out front of the doors. And Brutus begins to fill bowls. What you prepared for him?
We have got the pig on a spigot. We got some rats on on sticks, like kebabs,
and probably like a soup of whatever was left over from like the pig's innards and stuff. Make some like haggis shit. Yeah.
Nice. While you guys are in line, Radish and Nez and Pug just walk in front of everyone and push you back a bit to get to the front of the line. Radish holds his hands out for the bowl. Let's see how you did.
I hand him a rat on a stick and a bowl of the haggis.
We actually got some meat on these bones. Usually we're just given soup. Some stew.
Mm-hmm. That special stuff there found specifically for you. Mm-hmm.
Give me a... Give me a persuasion or performance check. Your choice. Yeah, he sniffs it.
Well, they're both the same, so we're gonna go. Oh,
A 1 and a 20. He says, now, if I don't like this food, you know I'm going to take it out on? I think I'm going to take it out on the man that doesn't know how to fucking mop. And he bites into it. Oh. He walks over to Van and punches him in the face.
Sorry, buddy.
For 4.
Oh man.
Help your friend learn how to cook.
Talk back to him.
A 1 and a fucking 20.
Oh, no.
Oh my god. This is all it's gonna be tonight. All right. Well, I think everybody's gonna get sick tonight. I'm sorry. I think you'll all want to eat the pig and not the rats.
For the most part, though, they seem to be the pirates that come up after the Nezin and Rad Hitch walk away. Seem to be pretty happy with what they get, and they eat it quickly, and you see some appreciation in the pirates' faces as they slurp down the bowls. Now here at night, this is like
take
you
a
guys'
couple
time.
of slices of bacon over to the owlbear too.
Okay. After the line's done, or you want to do it while the line's there?
After the line, yeah, because I would be stuck feeding everybody, hearing them complain about my food.
Okay. Well, everyone liked it except for
All right.
Rad Hitch. Everyone else is.
Well,
All-
because I gave him the fucking bad rat and some shitty haggis.
You almost get the
It
sense that he's just looking for a reason to fight Varen.
Every time.
Sorry, man.
But you walk over, and Owlbear holds his hand out, and he has these wide eyes. He's like, "Whoa, bacon."
Give him a couple slices of that fatty bacon.
Starts in his mouth. Mm. You could better cook than fish gut.
I actually cooked. I don't think he ever did. I'm Anthrax.
Owlbear.
You a big man out there.
They say I muscle here.
Mm-hmm.
They make me fight for shinies.
Yeah, they're doing that for me too. You stay chained up?
Until they call ya.
You want to leave?
You friends with Owlbear?
We can use as a loose term, but friends, maybe. You
Owlbear
help
like
me,
you.
I help you.
I won't hit you as hard when they tell me to.
That would be appreciated. Alright, back to work.
So now that supper is served, and night has fallen over the ship, the captain is retreated to his quarters. Nez and Pug and Hitch aren't in the two lower decks here, but pirates start to fill in at the in the hammocks. Do you get the sense that you guys also have hammocks? It's just kind of whoever gets to the hammock first gets to use the hammock, but it is night. Is there anything you guys want to chat about or explore before the day comes?
Damien.
Okay.
So I take it you're not used to seeing stuff.
No. My family was quite wealthy. This was my first time outside of.
Hmm. Well, maybe you should take it like this. You saw how he was being treated before. It might be better that it went.
I'm gonna walk up to Varen. I'm gonna walk up to Varen and touch him and do a cure wounds on him real quick.
I appreciate it. Do you think it'd be okay if I go into the kitchen there? Asking Anthrax.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing but dead rats and nasty pig. If you want to pet a goat.
I have something else in mind.
Mm-hmm. Follow me.
Yeah, Baron's gonna follow.
But before I leave Damien, I'll be like, well, since you're one of them nobles, you might need some help. If I might be able to help you with anything, don't be afraid.
Just keep the noble status a little bit quiet. I can tell pirates don't exactly agree with my kind.
Nah, you're just soon you'll just be another one of them, so don't worry about it. I won't.
I'm sure we'll work our way to freedom eventually. Or
Hard to tell. These are pirates. You saw how they all look up.
let me know if you hear anything about my flintlock.
Let me know if you hear anything about my clothes. It's getting sick of wearing this fucking.
I'm sure they'll be in the same place.
But
What were you gonna say,
One-
my friend?
alright, once we're done talking, I will go up to the crow's nest.
Okay. And so it's night now. Sun is set. It's a half moon tonight, but you make your way up to the crow's nest. Out on the deck, there's a couple pirates just kind of sitting around, looking out onto the water. Because it's dark, you don't see the ship that you guys were pursuing. But it's a pretty quiet, still night. So Anthrax and Varen, you guys enter the kitchen. Brutus Fishgut is awake, but he has another bottle of rum in his lap, and the goat still sitting there just. And the goat looks like it has found something to chew on, and it has something in its mouth, and it's just.
Is there any supplies for alcohol?
Oh yeah, there's a ton of rum in here.
Could I do this? Hold on. Would I be in for this? Hold on. I need to figure out what. I'm trying to do brewery supplies.
Okay. And then keep in mind too that the door to Grow Tusk is like one of them half doors where she can open the top half and leave the bottom half closed. Then you can see all the quartermaster supplies that are behind her. She's kind of leaning back, just bored. Gotcha. Okay.
Charisma, I think.
So you're trying to collect stuff for brew supplies?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. It takes a couple minutes. Do you want Fishgut to see you? Or do you want to try to like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hide it.
I could ask Fish Gut for you if you want to do it, but I'm pretty sure he'll be on board since he likes to get shit faced. Fish Gut. I think this guy here can brew some
yeah.
good stuff.
Do you now?
I look over at Varen. Can you do that?
Yeah, I'm in a guild for brewing.
I want you to. I think you should brew something for me now. A pirate ship with drink game and brew true setting. Yeah, that's true. Twitter's Mitch. Need some kind of brew.
Like you said, make you look good.
Give me another brew
help
supplies
us.
and
Alright.
see what kind, like, as you try to brew in front of him. Maybe if you, with a 9.
Nine's a name.
Maybe if you brew something good enough, I'll get you put in here with me and you can help us make supper.
Maybe you won't get punched again. Yeah, man, does not like you.
Yeah. You don't.
Mm.
So Fish Gut walks over to what you brew. As he does, he picks up one of his chickens and he puts it on his shoulder. He holds it up to the chicken. The chicken, like one of those water chicks, is like goes into your brew and takes a swig, and then Fish Gut just downs the rest of it. Well, it didn't taste like piss, and that's a start.
It'd be better if we were actually at a tavern.
Something about living life as a pirate is. You only see taverns maybe once a month or once every couple of months. Once you get there, you don't remember it because you drink too damn much. Anton, do you have any... So you are pretty proficient in this kind of stuff with your background. But you don't have navigator's tools to help. Give me a D20 plus your wisdom.
I would if he did take all of our stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, so what do you need again?
D20 plus wisdom. You're not sure where the captain might be going, but he is going southwest from port.
Okay.
And you'd imagine you're about a day and a half out now. You do know that there is a string of islands to the southwest, but you're not sure what's there.
Okay. I'll just hang out on the deck for a little bit and take in the ocean air, and then I'll head back down to get some sleep.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do before the next day hits?
Alright.
I think I'm good.
So as the next day comes, you're awakened early, first light, by Radich and Nezin. And as you are, there's a slight rain today, which is annoying, but not the end of the world. And as he calls you all up again, I need each of you to roll a d10. See what jobs that Radich gives you for the day. The captain, for the most part, is kept to himself. So Sheba, with a 9,
The rat hunt.
you are on lookout duty. I need you to climb into the crow's nest 60 feet up. Keep a lookout. It's important here. I know it's raining, but we're on the lookout for any Krovian warships. We don't want to get taken down again.
Just a quick question before I go up. If we do get attacked, am I supposed to wait for somebody else to fall to take their weapon to fight back, or am I just gonna get...
Well, if we see warships on the horizon, we'll be going down to the quartermaster and equipping everyone.
Alright, now time.
This is a Twitter's mentioned this is a Ghost of Saltmarsh adaptation. So we took Ghost of Saltmarsh and adapted it a little bit. And tonight is with a 1. Anton, You're on a ship's rigging duty. The rigging frequently gets damaged and needs to be repaired. I need to climb up a little ways to make repairs, but hope you like getting your hands dirty.
It'd be my pleasure.
Damien with a
Alternating
4. Damien, you're on the duty that Anton had the day before. You're on hauling rope and knot work duty. So you're feeding the rope to the person that gets put as the Manso overseer. So you're feeding rope, tying knots. Varen with a 4. Because Damien rolled first, roll again.
All right.
Yeah, roll again. He's like, I want to tie knots, damn it. Varen with a 4. I'm gonna need you to go down there and catch rats and other vermins below decks. You're on rat catching duty today.
All right.
And Anthrax with a 7. Today is a special occasion. I don't know what it is, but Captain Rahad is celebrating something. He's going to want something nice tonight. Something special only for him. Whatever you need to take to make it work. Just make him happy.
How am I supposed to do that when I'm on a ship with nothing?
Use your imagination, boy.
For a captain I can't even talk to. What does he like?
Not being talked to. He walks away. So you guys get about a couple hours in. And then below deck, you hear a loud shout. And you see a pirate rush up, face ashen white. Nezin Pug, Nezin. Something's down there in the biles. Something's alive. Now, just relax. We need volunteers for rat catching duty. You'll be sent to the biles below. Don't come out till whatever it is dead, but you will be outfitted with weaponry. I need volunteers.
Damien raises his hand.
Yeah, sure, I'll go down.
Mm-hmm.
Rat kitchen's my specialty.
No, it's bigger than rats. It looked like you, and he points at Anthrax.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Big and
Now you got
scaly.
my curiosity.
it's a Dragon Ball.
Go. Just kill it. Nezin puts his hand over the mouth of the pirate, pushes him. Go down there, speak to the quartermaster, get what you need, get your asses down into the biles, and kill it.
We all phase shift immediately to the quarterback.
So the orc woman with her 3 overgrown tusks that reach out and almost poking her in the eyes. She leans forward as you approach. What do you need?
Equip my friend here. And I have a question for you. Equip him first.
What do you need?
2 flintlock pistols, ammo and all.
What do you think this is? You think we got that kind of stuff here? She hands you a short sword. And
Close enough.
she hands you leather armor.
There we go.
Erenel will go down.
She hands you leather armor and a short sword.
Yeah.
Leather armor and a short sword.
Can I get a rapier?
That depends. What's in it for me?
Alright, fuck it.
So she'll hand everyone leather armor and a short sword, if that's what you want. Or you could try to sweet talk her into getting some more. But if not, just toss in leather armor and short swords into your inventory.
When she hands me the leather armor and the short sword, I'll take the short sword and be like, "Oh,
Is there a
that'll
barrel?
that'll be good enough," and I'll hand it back the armor.
Dangerous.
A wink.
Yeah, I'm not wearing mine either. It don't matter.
She takes the short sword from Anton. She hands him a long sword.
Thank you, darling.
I'm gonna look at Grotesque and I'm gonna ask her, you've been around for a while. Maybe you know what the captain would like.
I think he likes silence.
I look at everybody here and I look at them and say, my gift is telling you all to shut the fuck up. Maybe that'll work.
Nod my head.
It might do the job.
Maybe that's what I have to do. Just walk up on the main deck and just tell everybody to shut the fuck up and not talk to the captain. Maybe that's what he wants today. All right.
So if you're equipped with your armor and your short swords, except for Anton who has a long sword.
And I'm still doing
So, before I walk out, I'll look at the longsword and I'll just kind of swipe my hand across it and I'll shimmer a slight purple.
I'll give that to Anthrax.
Ooh.
Okay. So your your armor Anthrax is 13 plus your dex mod. He's mage armored you.
13. Yay.
Cast silence so the captain doesn't need to hear anything. And he'll lead you down into the files as Raditch has opened the gate and he's standing there. Hurry up, get your asses down there. I'm closing it behind you.
You're getting down there.
So you guys climb down the ladder and you step into about 2 feet of brackish cold water. And then above you hear as he closes it, he looks down at the rest of you.
Well, too bad he couldn't tell us where he's seen this damn thing at.
As you say that, there's a splash of water, and you see this form slither through the water. Anyone have a passive higher than an 11?
Yeah,
I think I have a 12.
I do.
Yeah, I have
Yep.
12.
Everyone roll initiative.
That was me.
Alright, so before you go, Damien, in the water here with all of you, you see this figure emerge from the water. And for those that are familiar with the area, it is an eelhound. It is a grotesque beast with a muscular tail, bulbous head, and rubbery, slime-covered flesh of the hideous eel. The torso and its webbed paws of this amphibious predator resemble those of a misshapen canine. Needle-sharp teeth fill the creature's menacing jaws. And it pops its head out. Damien, you see its head just emerge and sit up. Hey, Revert. I think you got gifted a sub tonight, Revert.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna prepare to attack if it charges me.
Cool.
That would be my.
Fair in the eel's head.
Go back to the ocean, you foul beast.
Wisdom save. Fails. You see a tear trickle down the eelhound's cheek as it feels slightly hurt by your vicious mockery. Why do you gotta be so mean?
Its next attack rolls at disadvantage as well.
Oh That's it.
Okay. Anthrax.
Right. Well, firebolt that bitch.
Ooh. 24 hits.
Oh, damage though.
I got you. Let me turn that on for you. Try cast firebolt again. And we'll get your damage.
Yep.
10 damage. Nice.
That is not me. Looks nothing like me.
Firebolt streaks across and smashes the eel hound in the face, and it. And as you smashed it, it looks over at you, and it swims in the water. It pops up next to you, Anthrax,
No.
and he's going to use a slithering bite.
That hits.
So it,
7.
Disadvantage.
yeah, that's
Oh, so
right.
it's
10.
disadvantage?
So it bites at you with a 10.
Miss. Yep, that's a miss.
Splashes in the
Right.
brackish purple or blackish water, and God snatches at you, and you smack to the side. Anton.
I can technically count for my reaction.
Yeah, you get attack. Yep,
Season.
that's right. 6 misses. I gotta turn all your guys' combat damage on.
I turned it on.
I already turned it on.
6 misses though. And let me turn on Anton. It's good. Alright.
So Anton will crack a smile. Same thing he did with the mage armor. He'll just kind of wave his hand over the sword, and a ball of crackling electricity will kind of form as he does this. And he'll toss a chromatic orb.
It smashes into the eel hound. You see sparks fly off. And with that 10 damage, the eel hound looks pretty rough as you see smoke kind of float off of the top of its body. Anthrax and Damon, you get a little shock, but it's nothing too bad.
I have lightning resistance. It tangles.
Yeah, it looks like I could see a small resemblance.
Damon, top of the round.
Maybe in the mouth.
I need to give me an actual weapon.
13 misses. You smash it into the water, and it hits the water and shoots up and miss. Revert says,
Okay,
Sheba,
but-
is that the character you used for the Red Claw one shot? I think it's the same artwork.
Same picture, different.
You ugly fucker.
Mitch says adopt it. Oh, you was. Oh, gotcha.
Oh God,
Wow.
that's gonna be the killing.
He fails, takes the 1 point of psychic damage. Still kicking though.
Still kick.
Music.
Yep.
Roll 20. Why?
Alright, and that's it.
Anthrax.
And I'm gonna poison spray this guy right in the face. DC 13
DC 13 con. Fails.
takes the 5.
He's still alive.
Dang it!
The fucking
I
one.
spit in its face and it's still gonna come after me. Gosh darn it!
Disadvantage on its attack.
I got 13.
Alright, disadvantage. He's gonna swing again to Anthrax. He's gonna try to bite you again. With disadvantage 15.
I have 13, so it hits.
Ooh, for 11.
I'm at 0.
Ooh. The eel hound reaches out and
Okay.
bites into Anthrax across your neck and your left shoulder. And you see Anthrax, wide-eyed, just falls into the water. Anton.
You guys should be a little bit more careful. And I'll just touch it on the back, and sparks will fly off my hand.
Oh yeah. How do you want to do this? He's dead.
So Anton will just kind of laugh to himself a little bit, watching Anthrax just get like gashed in the side. Walk up behind the eel, just casually just grab it in the back and shock it. Shock the life out of it.
The eel body floats up, and the Anthrex's body floats up. They're both floating on the brackish water.
Very well healed. Anthrax up.
Anthrax heals for 7.
No. I pick up the eel. Fucking dinner time.
Exotic meat for the captain.
Mm-hmm. That, and I'm pissed now that I died. So I got, what, 1 exhaustion?
You get 1 exhaustion. And above you here, as the gate opens up, and you see Radich's face looking down. Poke it around and get up here.
That'll go up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a quick look to see if where it would have gotten out or gotten in before I climb up.
Give me a perception. 7. Looking around. You're not sure.
Well, if he's gonna do that, I can do that and destroy the water that's down there, see if there's anything underneath the water.
Destroying 10 gallons of water. You destroy some water. Yeah, still looks
So
I'll,
nothing.
pretty good.
I'll give
Let
Anton.
me have a look.
Never mind.
With the 23, as you look around the room, there's no holes anywhere. And you feel pretty certain that there's no holes that it could have got through.
Aw. I'm sure our little fish friend got through.
Making your way up. Radch closes the gate, locks it. While this is happening, on the top deck, Sheba, the rain has been getting much more intense, and you can see the dark clouds are starting to come towards you from the east. It's like a storm's brewing.
Oh, fun. I gotta still be on lookout.
Give me a perception, Sheba. It's tough to tell, but you see a ship on the horizon. Looks like it has crimson and gold sails, but it's very far off. Doesn't look like it's coming towards you.
I'll say, our yell ship spotted, moving away, Crovian call. And direction.
Ezin rushes up from hearing this. Grovian warship! All hands up! You see the pirates start to emerge, flying around. The sails get put to full, and your guys' ship just tugs as you guys are climbing up out of the grate with the eel on your shoulders. The ship just pulls, and the ship's moving almost 7-8 miles an hour across the water in the opposite direction. As you do so, Sheba, as you're looking out, the ship starts to come towards you.
It isn't. I think they see it.
So as the ship turns, as the other group that killed the eel is making their way out, Crovian ship has turned and is now pursuing Festering Tide. Let's take a quick little break, refresh our drinks, and then come back and see what happens as you guys get attacked by a Crovian warship.
We're gonna die.
Oh no.
So chat, we'll be right back. We're just getting some new drinks. Be like 2 minutes. See you soon. Everyone's on their way back now. We're getting to some real pirate action. What do you guys think so far? A lot
I want to
of
sink that Krovian warship.
I'm
Woodford, sir. E.
I'm gonna keep that beer, by the way. I don't know if I think I said I gave it to Anthrax. If he did take it, then he'll have it.
Okay.
If he didn't, then I'll just
Got it.
hide it.
So we're waiting for Anthrax. What's going to happen is the quartermaster is going to open her coffers, and you guys can get any armor / weapon within reason as she starts to hand them out. So if you want to like beat it to the punch, whatever armor or weapon you guys want to take, you can also ask for trade goods if you want to. You can sweet talk Grotesque.
Is there studded leather?
Mhm.
Maybe? Yeah?
Yep.
Alright, I'll take that.
I have my guns.
Still no guns.
Damn it. Give me a crossbow.
Crossbow there is.
I'll also get a rapier as well.
Rapier's good. Anthrax, I was telling them, as you guys are about to be attacked, they're going to open up the quartermaster coffers, and you can take one armor or one weapon. You just announce it, and then she'll hand it to you. As a way to beat it to the punch.
I'm gonna keep what I got. Just the long sword.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna grab the armor this time.
What kind of armor you want to grab?
Just that leather armor.
Leather armor?
Yeah.
Keeping the short sword?
I never grabbed a short sword.
Oh, okay. You want a weapon?
No. I'm not gonna need it. I have a caster.
I'm gonna
Shiba?
hand back the short sword.
Speaking of that, do you have proficiency in light armor? As a sorcerer? Or a druid? No, you're a druid, you do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
druid's medium.
druids do.
I was thinking sorcerer.
Yep, light and medium.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't have like metal,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much.
Alright. So the bells are rung, as even though the rain is getting thicker and thicker as the storm is catching up with your Festering Tide ship. Your crewmen, Nez and Pug, Radich, Captain Erhad are all on deck rushing around, preparing as the Krovian warship seems to be much faster than the Festering Tide and is gaining on you every hour. Below deck, Grotesque starts to hand out weapons to everyone. You guys make your way down, grabbing whichever weapon and armor you want. And if you can make the case for it, she might hand you stuff like rope or sacks or I don't know, anything, water skins, whatever you think of that you might want to grab.
Can I try and ask for normal clothes instead of a sack?
Oh yeah, you are wearing a sack, aren't you? She'll
Yeah.
hand you normal clothes.
Alright, I'm gonna go wear the
Oh, I'm gonna definitely do the same. But,
Alright.
like,
I'm gonna ask
Oh,
for
yeah.
my clothes as well. Get back in my usual outfit.
Strangely enough, she knows which clothes are yours because you're short. It's easy for her to get your clothes. So for the most part, you guys have got a lot of the supplies that you were at first withheld, because you're about to be attacked by a Krovian warship. And Krovian warships do not capture. And from what you've heard in the areas at the port, Nardin for some time, Krovian warships are only concerned with eliminating what they come across for King Marvaldi. It gets closer and closer, and the pirates start to make their way on deck. Owlbear is unchained, and as he's unchained, he picks up his great club. She returns the wink to Anton, and everyone starts to make their way onto the deck. The rain is beating you across the face. The wind is picking up. The sails are smashing against the wind, and now the waves are getting larger and larger. I need all of you to make con saves. 11's good.
And while it's gaining on us, Anton will just grab the hilt of the longsword, and he'll shimmer a similar color to the purple, and I'll burn my 2 sorcery points to gain a level 1 spell slot back.
Got it.
Because that's all I can do with them right now.
Let's go. Everyone is doing okay except for Varen, who leans over the deck and just spews over the side as you're starting to get seasick as the waves rise and fall and rise and fall. The warship is getting closer to view now. You see the red or the crimson and golden sails of Krav. You see the golden claw sitting in the middle of the flag. The warship is almost twice the size of the Festering Tide. It has an armament of weaponry that you can see along the decks. Harpoons. And there's men at each. And you can see across the deck, as it's now almost 500 feet away from you, it's coming up extremely fast. There's a large battering ram that sits on the front of the ship. And it looks like it's trying to come up behind you and ram your ship. Captain Rahad shouts out an order, and some of the pirates have pulled out crossbows, and you see them. It's so hard to hear because of the wind and the storm and the confusion, but they start to fire at the ship, really to no avail. And as the ship gets closer, the waves get larger, you realize no one has really done much to control or steer the ship. I need you to make deck saves.
Shit.
A huge wave hits up Sheba and Damien. You two are thrown overboard and into the water as the storm hits. Two of you, you see your companions that you've met get thrown off the boat and fall into the water. And the boat continues forward. So Sheba and Damien, you're being smashed with wind and water. The Krovian ship is close to you now and about to pass you.
Can I attempt to grab it?
Give me acrobatics.
I'm gonna grab it as well.
Hell yeah, I can.
Oh shit.
Sheba, you grab onto the ship and it pulls you and you lurch forward. Damien, you grab out, you reach your little gnome arms. Yeah.
Would he be close enough for me to grab?
Because you rolled a crit, I'll give it to you with a 26.
I'll drop my crossbow as well just to grab onto him.
So Sheba looks like Spider-Man holding the 2 rail cars together. One hand's on the ship, the other hand's holding on to Damien, and you're in the middle and you're pulling him across the water. The water rises and falls as you do. The ship is about to ram Festering Tide. For those still on board, Varen and Anton and Anthrax. Looking around you, the pirates are in complete chaos, and the orders that Captain Rahad, Radich, and Nezenpug are shouting are almost unable to be heard. What do you guys do?
I'll try to listen closely to what they're saying.
How close are the sails of? How close is the ship to us?
It's about 100 feet.
100 feet. I'm gonna fire a bolt at the sails of the Caribbean ship.
Okay. 22 hits. The firebolt goes across and smashes into the sail. You see part of the sail singe and catch fire.
I'm gonna actually try to do something. Let me see. Can I do this? I'm gonna see if I can do minor illusion, and then create a what's it called? A siren, maybe. If that's a thing in D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my illusion only gives you like small stuff though.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll do Siren's song. Like a siren song. Close to their ship.
Okay.
Can we see, like, do they have cannons or anything on that ship?
They have an extensive weaponry. Yeah.
Are there any, like,
Actually,
powder kegs or anything? Like, anything that would... Can I see anything that would look like it would make an explosion?
Make a perception with disadvantage because this is like a big storm. 19. There are paddle kegs, yeah, on the top decks.
The next time I get a chance to shoot another firebolt, I'm gonna target that.
Ooh, okay. So the minor illusion goes off. The siren song really doesn't hit much because of just how much confusion there is, like chaos. You do see on the bow of the ship Sheba holding on in the water, holding Damien.
I'm trying to drag him up to climb.
And with that, the Krovian ship smashes into the side of the Festering Tide. Everyone make deck saves that's on board.
Shit.
Varen and Anthrax, you're both knocked prone. So this all happens on the same round as you see hooks fly across as this huge dent has been put into the side of the Festering Tide, and now the Krovian sailors and the Krovian Navy are attempting to board this ship. You see ropes and hooks fly across and start to latch onto the ship around you. The pirates are pulling out their cutlasses. You can, I'll give you an action.
I'm gonna firebolt one of the powder kegs. If I
Okay.
can
Yeah.
see one.
I'm gonna stand up. That's it.
Anthrax and
I
Varen, you guys stand up. You got action though. You just can't move.
I want to cast Entangle on them so they can't come across or slowly come across.
You got it. Vines start to emerge on the ship, wrapping around where the grappling hooks are from the Krovian Empire.
Varen's gonna take the dodge action.
Okay. And then you start to see these Krovian sailors. They wear studded leather, although some wear chainmail. They have tabards over their armors that show the red, crimson, and the gold, and has the golden claw emblem on the front. You also see a man standing there, solemn-like, but as he points this large two-handed sword, almost, even though through the chaos, you could see that the Krovian guardsmen and sailors react to it, as it gives off this shine. He wears heavier armor, which you'd assume is almost plate mail. No helmet. He has a mustache and a small, like, chin beard, but no beard, like just the Fu Manchu kind of. Black hair. Human, or shimmy. As he points it, a thunderbolt comes down, smashes into the side of the deck too, and as it smashes into the side of the deck, a keg behind him explodes, and he's pushed forward a bit, and you see some Krovian fall off to the side. I need you all to make deck saves again. This includes Sheba and Damien. It's a struggle. The waves are whipping. The Festering Tide has almost been split in half now as the ship has smashed into the side of it. And it's being boarded. And then it goes dark. It's a blur around you. You move for a bit. You rub your eyes and you open your eyes and you get sand. You hear the cool wave lapping up behind you. Around you is wreckage. Planks. What was that?
Fire alarm.
Oh no! Gotcha, man. There's while I was dealing with that, there's wooden boards around you. Planks. Some debris. But you find yourself on a sandy beach. Just the five of you. Subtropical island palms rise up across the cove here. Eucalyptus trees. The sand is white, tints of yellow. There's rockwork across from you. You can hear tropical birds, parrots. The shifting of a little crab in the sand next to you. You sit up and you look back across the ocean. The waves lightly lap up on the shore, smacking you in the feet and the waist. You see no ships, just debris. You look up at the sky. It's a little before midday. But only the 5 of you remain. What do you do?
Well,
I'm not too sure what happened.
Shiba up.
God, my fucking hand hurts.
You offer me a hand, I'm gonna offer you mine. Pick him
I
up
said I
off
don't
the
have the
ground.
mop anymore.
Yeah. Wait, I think we're the same size, aren't we?
Yeah.
Wait, about 4 feet from me.
Yeah.
Well, you're
almost
both midgets, yeah.
14.
Yeah.
You're on a small subtropical island. You see no living souls around you. You're not sure which island you're on, but you're now in survival mode as you are what you would estimate is shipwrecked. The jungle lies a few hundred feet across the sandy beach, and there are supplies that are floating in the water that you could take the time to grab some stuff if you wanted, but
Try to find some supplies, yeah.
Yeah, probably need everything we want. I'll swim for it.
It goes well. I'm looking for my tools. And
Does it look like on the island there's... How big is this island is what I mean?
from this vantage point, it's tough to tell. From your knowledge of the area, it's probably one of the 100 of small islands that kind of dot the landscape in between some of these larger land masses. In terms of equipment,
So we might need to make shelter.
you're able to spend some time kind of looking around, trying to collect what you can. You're able to find some stuff. Water skins, rope, any of the basic belongings that you would have as a starting character, you can add to your character. Anything that you would have at the start of like a campaign for yourself.
Alright.
Or if there's anything like in particular that you would want to try to find to survive with.
I think a water skin would be the main thing for surviving.
I'm gonna find my smith tools and tinker's tools.
Pull the tools out, a little waterlogged, but still usable. Hopefully,
Well, say while we're out there, I'm gonna look for anything magical as we're picking some stuff up, the water skins and all that.
I'm gonna look for crossbow bolts.
so looking around, crossbow bolts are easy to find. There's block and tackles. There's hemp rope, 200 feet. There are lanterns, leather skins, sacks, simple tools. Catch a couple candles floating.
Good.
There is a very limited amount of rations. You pull out enough rations to last maybe 2 days between the 5 of you. Unfortunately, magic item wise, nothing jumps out at you as you swim around.
Could I get cook's utensils?
Hmm?
I'll get those as well. Not proficient in it, but
As the 5 of you are diving into the water, swimming around the wreckage, you do find a couple of alabaster white pirate bodies are floating. A couple of Crovian bodies are floating. So you pull back some of the debris, and then there's just a body face down, just full of crossbow bolts. One body is heavily scarred across the right side, burnt. You push back the body and you see a couple fish swim through the clear blue water away from you. It is hot. It is summer. This will put you on the 6th of Lothus, so it's the middle of summer in this tropical area. For those that aren't too used to it, but most of you are, it's going to get to mid-90s today. Almost touching 100. But it is a very, very, like a cool, like a wet humidity.
let's get to work making some shelter.
Agreed.
About 200 feet into the jungle, you can see a couple of baboons perched on one of the eucalyptus trees, just kind of looking at you. They're about 2 feet tall. Just curious.
Should we split up? I'm looking for food and shelter. Oh.
Yep.
Man down, man down.
Man down. They resize these quick.
Something happening over at his place?
Yeah, I think a fire alarm went off.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like the worst possible time, right?
Yeah, I know where you're tired.
So as I quick resize these. So you wanna build shelter on the cove here?
I'm gonna use my smithing tools and tinker's tools to do that. Make us a nice shelter, not just a little baby shelter. We're talking some amenities.
Got it.
I'm going to try to fish, but I'm going to use my rapier to stick the fish.
Give me a survival check.
Okay. Is Antoine just knocked out on the beach right now?
He's like scavenging stuff, trying to make this work. Baron is trying to fish with his rapier. He's just like waiting for fish and tries to stick it as he goes by. For shelter, give me a survival, because using your tools add your proficiency
Okay.
if you're not proficient.
I am. Oh my.
Hey.
I'll help him out a
Okay.
little bit.
Just add 2 to that.
So how do you guys want to try to make your shelter? Is there like a certain
It's a big
idea?
fireplace. Mm-hmm.
A nice little
don't-
lean-to made out of like sticks and leaves, tied together with like some thatch.
So is the island big enough to where there's forest on it? Or
Oh, yeah. So about 200 feet.
I'm gonna
There's a pure jungle, eucalyptus trees, and tropical.
go in there a little bit, not too far, just to kind of see what might be around. If anything's just torn apart.
Okay. So you make your way towards the edge of this forest, walking past some of those tropical palms.
Stealthing as well.
So the foil. Oh, 24. You step over a couple of twisted, bent over eucalyptus trees. Step over them into the forest. A couple of these little baboons are watching you. They rush off up the trees. The forest is alive. You can hear the sounds of birds. Little mosquitoes buzz around your ears as you walk in. It gets very dense. And as it gets dense, you can look up and past the trees before it gets too dense with foliage. You can see a couple mountain rises. Maybe a day or half day's walk deeper into this forest. But it does get much denser.
Alright.
Resricus
Oh,
says
okay.
he's waiting for the fire department to turn off the
Yeah.
alarm.
That shit gets deafening.
Mm-hmm. Well, where do we want to set this shack we're going to be building? You want to
On
be
this
up here?
little cliff
Yeah.
right here.
Can I pull navigator's tools out, or are those complex?
No, go for it. Sure, Anton will probably want those too.
I'll
Just-
try to cook the fish as well.
So you start to pull out. Oh, there he is. Let me resize these again real quick.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's all good, man.
Are you in an apartment? Is somebody else smoking a lot of?
It
No.
wasn't me.
So I caught some of the conversations that people were having, and it's like the fire department like fucked something up when they were testing the system,
Gotcha.
and they were like, "It's not gonna be an issue," and then it just went off. So
All right, I'll resize in real quick.
yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys.
So what happened is you guys are shipwrecked on the island. There's a dense tropical forest about a couple 100 feet in. They started to gather supplies to build a shelter, and Varen was catching some fish, some crab. You can grab navigator's tools now. But all right. So fire alarm is done. To Lemony, what's up? You were just gifted a sub a couple hours ago, so congratulations. So the current situation is you are on the tropical forest after the shipwreck from the attack from the Krovian Empire. There are palms, eucalyptus trees, creepers run across the forest, dense foliage. Sheba saw a large mountain range about a day's hike into this jungle. But you're on a small island, one of the many small islands, but you're not sure which one that you're on. And there are shipwrecked and the dead bodies of pirates and Krovian guards kind of floating in the water around you.
It's a little messed up, but I'm gonna drag one of the pirates' bodies like to the edge of the forest, kind of where I can still see it.
Okay.
See if anything comes out to eat. Gotta know the enemies.
I'm gonna keep trying to build a hut.
I'm here thanks to Raz Anton Snapchat. Yay, Snapchat.
My Snapchat of my building almost burning down. Apparently.
So a couple of those baboons come down and start to walk closer towards you. Gotta restart my Roll20 on my other browser. But a couple of these baboons, 2.5 feet tall, gray fur, large canines, come down one of the eucalyptus trees and walk up a little bit towards the body, and you see one here, pokes it. He goes. He rears back, his jowls and his teeth emerge and pops back a bit, kind of scared. Then he gets closer to it again. And he pokes it again.
Fucking monkeys. I'm going to try and build like a little shelter / lean-to to hide from anything that might approach the body, and I'm just gonna watch it.
Okay.
Do you need a survival check for it?
Yeah. Let's put you guys.
We can't build shelter worth shit.
Well,
The sun now is starting to. It's already rose and starting to caress, so it's getting a little late into the afternoon. After you guys have built somewhat of a decent shelter, cooked some food, taken some supplies out.
I'm gonna create a bonfire.
Nice. Bonfire.
Could I get an entertainer's pack?
Unfortunately, Entertainer's Pack is beyond the pirates.
Yeah. What about my loot? Do I still have that?
Your loot?
Or my flute?
Yeah.
Or my,
Yeah. Yep.
The explorer's
I am-
pack would be within reach, right?
I'm also gonna create some water for all of us. We have some fresh water to drink to the seawater.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Water.
Anton would have spent a little time just looking around, just to see if he can find any Krovian pirates, anybody, just in the immediate vicinity. I don't know what all was done.
So there are some. There's a bonfire there. Boop. There are some floating pirates, floating Krovian guards as well. And they were, when the group was kind of searching through the wreckage, they pushed a couple bodies away, and some of the sea life in the water was starting to come up and feast on the dead bodies that were floating. But there's definitely
But there's
more
no
pirates.
sign of like the ships or anything.
No sign of the ships, just some of the wreckage from your ship. And the dark clouds are now way off into the western distance. Or distance to the west.
Well, wherever that ship is right now, I think they're hurting.
I don't even think they're alive anymore.
Little crab starts to scurry towards you guys.
I'm pretty certain the Festering Tide's at the bottom, but that Krovian warship,
Ice
those
knife.
bastards are tough.
Ice knife, holy shit.
Crab's dead.
Yeah. Dinner.
Crab.
Ice knife has splash damage on.
Well, Damien, take some damage. It's a DC of 13. Take 2.
Manage.
Well, you would be doing it too.
Well, okay.
So you guys have built shelter, you have food for the night. The sun is setting, but the night is yours as you're shipwrecked on this island. To do with or discuss as you will.
Taking my 2.
Okay.
Lemon says Baron is
So-
hella quiet.
Currently, yeah. Oh wait, do you mean like Mike?
Yeah, you sound good.
If we manage to get the Krovian ship's attention, might be able to talk our way onto it. But
Yeah, unless you're
seem
like
long
some
gone.
sort of royalty or, you know, have a
Mm.
pull, I don't think they're going to take very kindly to us.
well, my dad's the one that put those guns on their ship, so that ought to
That changes things a little bit.
The matter is asking how we get their attention if they're even still around. Or worse, even alive.
It's starting to become. Is it starting to become dusk?
Yeah.
Firebolt into the sky.
Okay.
Well, first he'll like run his hand across the longsword, and then he'll just pluck a firebolt up into the sky. We'll see if that helps.
Our story, they asked, we were just prisoners, which I guess
We were.
is more or less the truth.
I usually prefer to at least talk to the captain before I take a job, you know. But
Yeah, you don't like to be talked to.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If we're lucky, they might have actually beached themselves here because of the damage sustained by their ship. So be on the lookout for them on the ground as well.
There we go. Get you all resized again. Sweet. Anyone have a passive higher than a 16?
No.
Nope.
Okay. The bonfire. It's a little bit lower, but you guys feed it.
I'm still off to the side, just kind of watching the bottom.
The jungle is alive right now, as now the sun is starting to fall. You can still see the waves crashing up against the side of the beach here, side of the cove. It's a little unsettling because every now and again you can see a body kind of float up and splash to the side. One of the dead pirates or the dead Krovian guards. You were able to collect much of the wreckage. Sheba, as you're watching the jungle line, you can see then a pair of golden eyes open up, staring at you.
I have a 14 stealth right now. That matters at all.
It's like looking towards the fire, and you see it turn, and you see a panther's body, almost 8 feet long, pure black, except for those golden eyes and the white teeth, step back into the jungle as it flicks its tail back and walks into the jungle. You hear a baboon, and then you hear its cry just silenced. You can hear something being dragged into the back of the jungle, and the night is your own.
I'll just stay watching.
So if you want to do watches on the cove, you can as a group. Anything you want to discuss around the campfire on the edge of this cove, you can too. Just let me know what you want to talk about when you want to jump to the next day, and then who wants to keep watch.
I can do first watch.
I'm just gonna keep improving our shelter to make it more comfortable and protected.
So a Goldie. I don't see many of our kind out here. How do you end up on a pirate ship? Aside from getting drugged, of course.
Well, I came from a tavern that I worked at called the Hidden Rabbit. Working there, I wanted to spread the name of it. I'm also looking for stronger ingredients for alcohol.
I can respect that.
And it brought me to Portnet, Darn, something like that. While I was sleeping, I guess I was captured. Either that or I drank and was poisoned, I guess, from what they said.
You had that taste of spice in your mouth.
I guess that's what they use to get new crew members, but I figured I'd just been drinking a bit much.
How did you show up on the ship?
Same. Let's just say I'm in between jobs. Well, I guess let's not say I'm just in between jobs. Traveling ship to ship, just trying to find something. Not really sure what yet.
So a full-blown pirate?
Well, I mean, I've worked a couple pirate ships, worked a couple merchant ships. There's a captain, willing to pay. I might be willing to lend a hand here and there.
Seeing the two baboons starting to make their way over, can I try and mimic the cry of the one that just got...
Sure, give me a performance as these two baboons are now kind of making their way into the camp. They're about 2.5 feet tall. Big old bright red asses. Yeah, you make the call. It sounds pretty good. The baboons. And his call is loud, so the four of you around the campfire look over and you can see the two baboons just slowly creeping up, and then they stop. They look over into the bushes where Sheep is.
Can I do minor illusion?
Yeah.
and mimic a dead baboon's body?
A dead baboon?
Yeah.
Okay. They see it. And they just book it and run off into the jungle.
Chuckled to myself.
What about you, Small Fry? How does a Crovian, well, whatever you call yourselves, end up in a pirate town?
I was wandering the world in search of continuing my father's research, and then I guess I ended up... Don't remember much, but I imagine similar situation.
Well, depending on what type of pirating you like to do, certainly the best way to get around. Providing you don't come across ships like that, but
Yes.
for a man of that reputation, Should have had some of your father's guns.
Oh, I did. I don't know where they are now, though. I don't imagine I'll be finding them.
Well, I'm talking cannons.
Oh. Well, afraid I can't carry one of those yet.
I'm talking Captain Rahad.
Surprisingly, I didn't see any
Ship with that
cannons
kind
on
of
the ship.
reputation should be able to take on a Krovian warship or two.
I wonder if they used to have more ships. I did
Oh.
find it rather odd they had no cannons or anything for being a pirate ship.
There's definitely more ships like his.
Yes.
Better equipped
Maybe-
too. He's
Maybe they lost their primary ship in a battle before.
Maybe.
Anthrax.
I'm just sitting here eating my crab, listening to everybody tell stories. Ain't nobody asking me a question.
I'm gonna ask.
I'm just traveling around. Left my tribe. Trying to find stuff. Trying to find what I'm here for.
What are you here for?
Do you know? Because that's what I'm looking for.
I don't know, so. Nope.
Well, there you go.
So night comes, unless there's anything else you guys want to discuss.
Well,
I'm good.
I'm just gonna look for metal and wood.
In the dark?
Oh, well, I mean, I'll grab some wood from nearby.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
I do
start-
have one question for you guys. You see, part of me traveling around, I'm trying to figure out this whole Shy Tan thing. Something I remember from a couple years ago, but I can't really place it.
Shaitan?
Yeah.
Have I heard of that before? No. God would have.
Have I?
Make history with disadvantage.
Both of us?
Yeah.
Shit.
What are you guys looking at first?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Never heard of it.
Wait, what were you guys talking about then?
The Shy Tan.
I'll give you a history check with disadvantage. 8. Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to give it a whirl too.
4.
I ain't heard of shit.
4 doesn't ring a bell.
Who you talking about?
I know, it's... Figured I'd ask.
What is it? Or do you not know?
Trying to find out.
Okay. I mean, any general knowledge about it?
I haven't been
Agree.
able to find any. Well, little bits and pieces here, but nothing of substance.
Does actually it's not daytime, never mind. I'll leave that until daytime. Varen's gonna try to pass out.
Okay.
Somebody wake me up in like 4 hours. I'll take a watch.
Yeah, you can help me because I rolled really low.
I'll stay up for a little bit too, and I'm gonna start making a handle with for a very primitive firearm.
You got it.
I'll give you a tinker's tool for that one.
So the first watch is Sheba and Damien. Second watch is Anthrax and Anton. Okay.
That first perception roll under Travis's face was what I rolled for the.
Yeah, mine too.
Gotcha.
Which was a 6.
Ooh, the 6 tinker tools. You
Oh.
try hard to fashion, and it just does not look like you remember from your youth. You get kind of frustrated, but you keep at it. It just looks like hell.
I'm gonna throw out the piece of wood. We'll do this again tomorrow.
It's been a long day.
Besides the waves rushing up against the cove, the sound of whatever lies in the jungle, and the buzzing of insects around you, the first watch is pretty uneventful. Waking up Anton and Anthrax for the first time as you are woken up by Sheba, you see that his forearms are covered in these strange markings that he has not covered up. But the campfire helps to, it almost like illuminates the markings on his forearms. Varian is left asleep.
All right, boys, your turn.
You gonna wake me up to a what?
Got some of
It's
that,
gonna be fun.
got some of that crawfish on her.
You got some crab.
Oh, go lay down.
How about them?
And just say it.
This isn't going to be a pirating crew. This is going to be a shrimp boat crew.
Yeah.
We got
Bubba shrimp. It's Bubba Gump.
Bubba Gump.
Crawdad.
Something. Crawdad.
we got some crawfish.
Go LSU Tigers.
Go Alabama. Let's go.
So I got a 6 for Anthrax.
Oh, it's bad roll.
Anton, give me a perception for your night's watch. 13. For the most part, it's a very quiet rest of the watch. On the cove, where the water slowly laps up against the shore, it's very peaceful. It's very serene, and for someone of your nature, it's like a much needed relaxation, as it brings you peace. But the night is uneventful, and the sun starts to rise in the morning, and with it the heat. But you're woken up by the sun, and the 5 of you are free to go about your day. So on this, it has been now 3 days since you were taken hostage by Captain Rahad. What would y'all like to do as you are still on the shipwrecked island?
I'm gonna take some charcoal from the fire and put it to the side.
Okay.
Maybe we should look around the island.
Yeah. Just let me know if you guys see any yellow rock.
Any yellow what? Rocks. Okay.
Keep a lookout, I guess.
I'm gonna keep
I
exotic plants.
would be building like a big bonfire area out on the beach so we can signal any ships that might.
Okay. So you build the big bonfire, you push the embers to the side, and look out for some strange rocks.
And then
Should venture in a little bit just to make sure that we don't have guests around.
Yep. I'm gonna do a perception for any like exotic plants around.
In this area?
That I could use for brewing.
With a 13? Okay. So with a 13, there's no exotic plants, but there are plants that, with your background, that you know have some use. You see a little bit of lavender sprig on the side. They're pretty common,
I'll take it.
but you know from your background, you know that these lavender sprigs are used to be, they're crushed up with rocks. You give off a purple kind of paste, and they're put with stuff to make antitoxin. So if you're ever poisoned, it's like part of a potion, but it's pretty common in the area. grab some of this lavender and stick it in your pouch.
Yep.
Get about roll a d10. Get one stalk.
Okay.
That's enough to make one potion if you find the rest of the ingredients. You create this large bonfire on the shore to hopefully signal any passing ships.
Yeah, I guess I can help with that, since considering I can create it first, and we can just build it up.
Do our best to keep it going.
Big old bonfire.
Create the bonfire.
Big ol'.
Big old bonfire. Unless you
Big
touch
ol'.
Maybe
bubblegum
be
shrimp.
able to find like a bowl that's washed up from the ships.
A bolt?
Yeah, just like a bowl.
Like
Or
a
a circular object like a bowl.
yeah. It'd take you a little while, but it's pretty easy to. It's easy, it's accessible once you dig through the wreckage for a bit.
Just some metal pieces, anything. Just
Collecting stuff to make a gun.
and then I'm gonna go look for my yellow rock.
So on the cove, as you're looking around, not much out here for the rock you're looking for, specific type. But the bonfire is lit. The cove that you're on is peaceful and serene and quiet. Besides the jungle behind you. Oh my god, it's the kitty! He's pissed!
Look
They
at
can't-
my grumpy face.
They can't see him on stream, he's too grumpy. Wait, we gotta show him on stream. Grumpy kitty! Look at that face.
Oh my god.
Shiva is now Grumpy Kitty. Your whole cam is Grumpy Kitty. So that this whole searching for the herbs, the rock, building that big bonfire, it takes a couple hours. This puts you at about almost midday. Kind of like he's taking a shit on your arm right now. He's like, yeah. Give me catnip. Yeah. Ah.
Well, instead of looking for yellow rocks, I'm gonna look for some iron.
So you'd be able to find some iron in the waters if you want to try to scavenge some stuff from like.
Well, I mean like fool's gold,
Oh, okay.
kind of like
Pyrite?
shiny stuff.
If you look-
Pyrite, yeah.
In the vicinity, there doesn't seem to be anything like that, but that doesn't mean that there's not any around. It depends on where you want to look and how much time you want to spend. But you might be able to find.
I'll spend like half the day looking around near. Not too far. I'm not gonna stray too far into the night.
I mean, we can go exploring if you guys want, or stay until something comes for the bonfire.
If we go out in groups of two, I'm safe with that. I feel better.
We should definitely check out our surroundings.
Okay.
I think maybe staying in a group would be better.
Okay. It'd be safer if we all just went. I'm looking for some materials to make gunpowder. Shouldn't take too long. I already have charcoal. I just need one more component.
You want to go into the jungle?
So do we just have a shit shack here right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have a wooden
it's a
shack
shit
with
shack.
some leaves and.
I'll suggest
built.
trying to make it a little more improved before we go out.
Okay.
Make it clear that somebody's staying there and might.
You guys could help me bring up the heavier ship parts. I can make a better home.
I might as well try it, right?
How much time do you want to spend on the ship parts? Whoop. Because I have survival rules.
Could spend like 6 hours here and 6 hours working on
Yeah.
those.
Okay.
Those ship parts would make a much better hut than these leaves and that.
True. Well, shall
Let's go.
I'll help.
Okay. So you want to try to improve your shelter for about 6 hours.
I'll give it a smith's tools if they want to give it their survival.
Are you gonna need any other role besides survival for us?
Let's see here. So I have this Ghost of Salt Marsh rule set for this. All right. It wants me to use a skill check. So how would you like to? So this is a skill check, skill challenge. Since there's 5 of you, we need 3 successes. What skills would you like to offer to build this improved shelter?
I'd be allowed to use my toolkit.
Yeah. So Damien uses his Smith's toolkit.
I've survived in the wild long enough. I guess I could sturdy up the sides.
Anthrax uses survival.
I don't
I'm
know if I have anything
pretty.
for this.
Yeah, I mean, I know how to use rigging and all of
Yeah.
that. I can help like tie, or well, if there's any like rope or whatnot, I can help like tie things together and help
Okay.
with the structural integrity.
You really gonna make the midget do this? I'm gonna be like, well, somebody has to carry the big parts, so
Guess I'll help with that because there'll be multiple parts, so we can get it done faster.
I'm trying to drag the fucking
So-
ship part, but not
I'll
having
do
it.
acrobatics with that.
For dragging's going to be athletics. And I think what Anton said is more survival too. So I think those are fine, but the DC is a little higher. If that makes sense. So like you guys can
Yeah.
roll the same skill check, it's just the DC is a little bit extended. 10. Oh, this is going to be a close roll. So this
Alright.
kind of depends on Varen. So if you want to give athletics, you can.
I'll. Could I clear out a way for the parts to be brought in faster?
I mean, it's pretty clear.
Okay.
It's just a sandy cove.
I don't have anything really for this. Alright, I guess I have to do athletics.
Got it. That's good enough. Woo!
Yeah.
It takes a good 6 hours, but you guys are able to turn this rickety little shack into a little more formed shelter. It will protect against a little bit of rain, although a downpour might annihilate your structure. So as long as we don't roll a heavy rain, your structure should hold. But every day we check weather, so at least for today, the structure looks pretty sound. It's made of mostly wood and some of the leaves and some of the vines that you've taken from the jungle and used to tie as ropes on the structure. But yeah, I mean, it looks like it should hold. This will put you at about mid-afternoon, around like 2 or 3 o'clock. This is summer, so the daylight is extended. And it is a very tropical heat. But for the most part, you all are pretty used to it. Even though you are Valthera with heavy lion's fur or Rusko with heavy fur. It's not uncomfortable.
So Guess we should go out and look around.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, get a lay.
So you want to get a lay by going up and down the coastline, or you want to get a lay by going into the jungle?
If we haven't checked out the rest of the coastline, I feel like we should do that first.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then go into the jungle.
Okay. Do you want to go west or east? On the coast.
West.
East? West?
We'll go west.
You guys spin in circles.
Probably west.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on
West.
the lookout for fool's gold and
So
I'll be on the lookout for just anything interesting.
about how far do you want to venture down the coast? How many, like, you have about 8 hours until sun sets.
4 hours there, 4 hours back.
Sounds good.
So going down the western coastline, the sandy beaches extend and the jungle line, it almost forms inward than outward as the jungle grows closer towards the coast and then farther away from the coast. Crabs scurry across the coastline. You see a little opening of sea turtle eggs, and you see a couple sea turtle eggs start to hatch. The turtles start to rustle across the sandy beach towards the water. Seagulls are starting to form above you as the seagulls are looking down at their feast for the day. As you're walking upwards, you see seagulls dive bombing and picking off some of these little baby turtles as they make their way towards the water. This is not World of Warcraft. This is real.
Of life can be cruel.
Hmm. I
A
disapprove.
turtle has made it to the water.
Going a couple hours, you get about 3.5 hours in. You're getting close to where you want to turn back, and you see them.
Can I find the elder turtle to do my daily?
It's Noala. The mountain range
Kill it.
that
We need more
Shiva,
food.
that Shiva saw before, you can see a little bit more clear now from this vantage point, and it looks like there's almost like a ravine built into a small settlement of pagodas, kind of built into the side of the wall there. They look, for those that are familiar, almost like Hanoi style, like very Chinese structure, pagodas built into the side of this cliff, and it's like a trail that leads up the mountain up towards these pagodas to the west. But it does look like it's about a day's hike into the jungle to even get to this mountain range. As you guys are talking out into the coast, you see this large whale raise its fin up as it jumps out of the water and then splashes down almost about a mile outwards, and you see the water erupt from the side as this whale splashes. But as you look across onto the waterway, there's no sign of ships from this area. You are looking west, but you would know that you came from east to west, leaving the port. So looking west would take you towards you're not sure how far, but if you go more westward, for those that are familiar with the area, you're going to the large island of the Galgarian, which are the mantis-like people. And there's the great tree of the mantis that leads farther to the west, across the ocean expanse. But there is that pagoda. But you are about another 20-minute walk until you get to the distance that you wanted to take as a group where you turn back.
On the route back, I'm gonna try to pick off some of these crab, so we have some food for later.
Okay.
I think if we're going to come across any other survivors, then it's probably going to be eastward.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can either check that out tomorrow or go for the mountain range.
Well, I gotta ask, if it's the pirates, do we want to help them out?
I mean,
If it's the fucker that hit me in the face, no.
Oh, we'll deal with him. Don't worry.
If it's the others, then maybe we'll see.
Take first watch again
Yep.
for whenever.
So you guys return to camp. Anthrax is able to grab a pretty good amount of crabs, as it's a very open beachhead. The crabs aren't used to having predators in this area, so it's almost like fish in a barrel as you spear a couple crabs on your way back.
Shrimp in my barrel.
The five of you surround the fireplace again, able to cook some of the crab for a feast. Another day
Gotta
passes.
boil that up. Got a good old boil.
During my watch, I'm gonna try and make another gun handle.
You got it. So is it Sheba Damien 1,
Nice.
Anthrax, Anton 2? Baron sleeping through the night?
Yep.
Is there anything you guys want to discuss around the fire, or you want me to jump to your perception?
No, I'm just working and cooking, and then
The crab
Watch,
meat is
taking my watch.
delicious. The Tinkerer's tools succeed, and you're able to make a pretty good, what you think is a pretty good design with what you had in front of you. It looks really good.
Make the barrel tomorrow in the gunpowder.
Both watches are pretty uneventful, as it's almost like you guys are on a little vacation area, even though your circumstances are a little dire. But another day passes, and the sunlight again wakes you on the cove of this small island. You want to journey westward towards the pagoda, go northward into the jungle, or go eastward along the cove? Choose your own adventure.
Eastward. Yes.
East today.
Check out eastward and then maybe jungle.
Question. Since Antoine and myself have been sailing around this area, are the tribes on the islands typically a little more violent or open to trade?
From your experience, it can vary depending on which one. It's pretty open-ended. Some are a little more savage, others are a little more open. Some are, they see magic and they get frightened and they attack instantly because they're scared. Others are more open. It's almost a like a 50-50 coin flip. But there are many, many, many lost and secluded tribes on these islands. So going eastward down the cove, clear skies, beautiful blue sky, summer island day. Walking along the cove, some of the crabs pop out and scurry about. There is a opening in the jungle, about a 2-hour walk. And it's not like a man-made opening, but it opens up a bit. And as you kind of look through the jungle, it's almost like there are treks that lead from the jungle into or going down this open area. By treks, I mean it is like someone has kind of carved a bit of the jungle open to make their passage from this cove into the jungle easier.
Is there any footprints?
Looking around, no footprints.
Or branches that are broken due to footfalls?
Doesn't look like any footfalls, like any recent activity. But it does look like at one point in time this was a heavy traffic place that was shaped to better deal with the situation. But
Should we continue down?
it does lead into the jungle.
Should we continue down or go into this clearing?
This is 2 hours from our camp along the beach. Correct?
Yep.
I'm fine with continuing or going into the jungle.
Maybe continue a little bit. for 2 more hours and then head back.
In the jungle or down the cove?
Or down the cove, I mean.
Okay.
And then head back, and maybe we can explore.
So if you go another 2 hours down the cove, it looks fairly similar. You make your way down the cove for a bit. You do kind of get the grasp of this island might be a lot bigger than what you originally thought. It seems pretty big. The jungle stretches the entire way down the cove for 2 hours as you walk along it. Nothing really jumps out at you except for the bright blue sea swashing up against the side of the cove. A couple dolphins emerge from the waters as you're making your way down, but it's very peaceful. It's very serene.
There's no sign of other survivors.
No survivors, no ships stretch across the cove.
I guess we're going back to that clearing. Or we go back to the camp and sleep and then go to the clearing. Either way.
I think we should have a plan if we're gonna go venture into the jungle. There's always the locals, but you can see most of us are magic users. It's a toss-up.
It is, yeah. What kind of plan would you mean for that, though?
I mean, are we gonna just go through the jungle, see what we see? Or are we gonna try to find the other side of the island?
We have a few hours to burn, so I'd say check out around close to our camp first.
Let's take a look. Look for caves. I need some bat poop.
Need that guano.
Yes, sir.
Funny, you don't seem like the wizard type to me.
I make magic using science.
So, back to the camp and then check the surroundings there? Or back to the clearing and then...
Whatever seems safest to you.
Say we give the clearing like maybe an hour of our time on the way back.
Alright. We might have to use... What time would it be at that?
It's around 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Go past noon.
Oh, okay.
Look around
we
for
can-
2 hours, head back.
So you want to go into the eastern sort of man-made clearing? Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna look for my fool's gold.
at first step, you guys step into this thick foliage jungle. It stays somewhat open, and there are paths that lead into the jungle. Although the paths are starting to grow back to consume what was once man-made. No footfalls, nothing jumps out at you. But you do step into these thick jungle foliage, and you have to smack back mosquitoes. And you can, as you like looking across, you can see small slithering snakes and large insects are making their way, just going about their usual day. Pushing past. Almost, so you want to spend about 2 hours walking, or an hour?
2 hours poking around, I guess.
Yeah, 2 hours is
Yeah.
fine.
You fight your way through this foliage, through this dense jungle. It's tough to keep a normal pace because it's so overgrown with creepers on the ground, the heavy foliage around you. So you're moving at a slow to a medium pace as you're pushing back trees and whatnot. But after about a 2 hour journey, push past trees. Change for me.
Yeah.
You come across what looks to be a old mining fort. Besides the stream, an old mining fort into the cliff so it's in like the side of a cliff. It looks to be a few decades old at least, and it's been consumed by this aggressive flora of the jungle. There's a crude timber portcullis that's blocking the entryway to the mine. It rests against two very large 20-foot tall stone pillars on either side. It's obviously not operational anymore, but it looks like one would be able to squeeze in between this wooden palisade if they were wanting to. It's pretty dilapidated and run down.
It's made of wood?
Yep, it's made of wood. But there's like there's like holes that are wide enough for you to slip through if you wanted to. It would just take some time to squeeze around.
I'll sneak in.
Stealth and not
19
Just-
still.
looking in.
Damien is resizing he's restarting his intro net.
Oh, I'm a big boy. Can I fit through those?
It'll
little
take some
cracks in
doing.
there?
It'll take some squeezing. You have to kind of shuffle through, but you can make your way through.
All right.
It won't be. Your stealth will be a disadvantage as you're like smashing through, but you could do it.
All right.
That everyone that's bigger than small.
Squish. Yeah,
Which need me to roll?
stealth. Sheba and Damien will be able to make it through pretty easily, but the rest of you guys, it's a little bit tougher.
I'll go through.
Do I see anything?
So you push your way through this wooden palisade. And in front of you,
I think he was the last one in anyway, so it should fix it.
yeah, but I'm not going to resize because I think he's going to come back pretty quick.
Yeah.
But no resize. You fight your way into this little mine area. There are old tracks that lead deeper into the mines here. The tracks look to be very old, worn by weather. Nothing jumps out at you as dangerous in this vicinity. Most of the tools look like they have been collected and removed. There are a couple pickaxes that surround the area. There are a couple also overturned minecarts in the area. But there are a couple entrances into this mine shaft. The one to the north looks to have been somewhat closed by wooden boards, but there is about a 2.5 foot gap on the bottom. The ones to the far east and to the southeast are wide open.
Ah, back.
So there's two wide open mine entrances, and then there is a dilapidated half-covered mine entrance to the north. But for the most part, this seems a very quiet, almost like forgotten area.
Perfect. That poop.
Hey,
And fool's go.
And
Maybe.
Shelter.
Ah, who cares about that?
I'll try to squeeze in as well. Join everybody.
so the five of you push your way in. I got Variant, Sheba, Anthrax, Stealth. If anyone else wants to stealth, or you can just kind of walk through. Up to you.
I'll try to be a little stealthy.
A
Put in
little.
my best effort, considering my curiosity.
That's alright. We did pretty shit for stealth over.
Yeah. Walking deeper into this minecart, you hear this deep, draconic voice. Does anyone speak draconic?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear this deep
Raises
draconic
their
voice
hand.
ring out from the northern entrance. Stop. Do not come any closer.
Mm.
I'm gonna yell back.
Who are you?
A man steps through the entrance. He has to duck down and he steps through. His clothing is hodgepodge with random armor, leather, and animal furs. The exposed parts of his flesh reveal dark, scarred skin. He hides his face somewhat behind a bronze helmet. but he has a dark and kinky beard that runs down to his chest. He looks to be Osloru ethnicity. Don't come any closer. For your safety.
Is there something over in the cave? I'll ask him that.
He looks at the five of you. Do you understand? This is in Draconic.
I nod my head.
Yeah.
Do you understand
Yes.
tethering?
Magic. I mean, kinda.
I understand the concept, but no.
If you don't understand, you cannot help us.
Alright, I may have lied. But what do you need?
Put down weapons.
Do I know what he means by tethering?
You speak Draconic?
Yeah, I understand.
Tethering is a form of casting magic.
Is he like making a specific reference to
Yeah.
tethering?
He's basically asking if anyone knows about magic.
Oh, yes.
What's he saying?
He says something about tethering or magic. They might need help. of
You
that
said for
kind.
us to put down our weapons.
He holds a
Oh, I can't really say I know a whole lot about magic, and Anton will just slide his hand across the blade and shimmer purple real quick.
magic. He holds a strange weapon that you haven't encountered before. It's like a long sword, but it's almost like a paddle with serrated edges that run along the sides. It's a Makahutil. It's like a Mayan weapon.
Interesting weapon. Damien will leave his crossbow and sword on the ground.
I will talk to the man. I'm very unaware of the dangers here. Would you allow me to keep?
Do you speak with the Serpent Whisperers?
I would have to know what that is to say yes or no.
Make a persuasion.
Fuck! That's a terrible roll.
It does not matter. Boy. Come. You see this young kid step out behind you. The boy steps out from the darkness behind the man. He looks no older than 10. He is thin, exhausted, and wears only a tan loincloth and some wrapped up tan like garments across his chest. His eyes are dark, and he has a mess of kinky black hair on top of his head. He also has a strange, almost like scale-like mark that runs across his cheek, down his neck, into the tunic. He looks very frightened. It doesn't matter if you attack, the boy will kill you all. Who are you? Boy.
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 We're from faraway lands. We're shipwrecked here. In the closest direct translation. Keeping it simple in case they have like a primitive speech.
Seeing the boy, would I have somewhat of an idea what's going on?
From this vantage point, he looks like his parts of his flesh look like Anthrax's scale. But from here, it's hard to tell. And you can see the man is definitely protective of the boy and keeps him behind him. The boy has a little small dagger in his hand, and he holds it with two hands. This mine is our home. You will find another.
We haven't come looking for a home, actually. Just resources. Do you happen to have bats nearby?
There are many in the mines.
I know this may sound odd, but would you mind if I collected their manure?
You want to trade. Everything in this mine belongs to us.
No way, I
Insight?
suppose.
Does it all belong to them? Fuck.
With a 6, the man thinks it does, yeah.
I can give you guys the sword in exchange for some of their poop.
He steps forward and holds out his hand. Let me see the blade.
I hand it over willingly.
When he gets closer to you, he has these tattoos that run across his forearms and up his shoulder and up his neck. He takes the blade and he looks at it. He puts it in his belt.
Surely worth some droppings. at least.
Agreed. Only you may enter the mine and collect.
Thank you.
Boy,
Why are you
come.
why are you guys living in a mine?
We escaped from the Serpent Whisperers and hide in the mine. But you do not look like them, for they are all female.
Who are the servant whisperers?
Ones that whisper to the snake. The ones that walk side by side. The great Kongs.
I'm afraid we're unfamiliar with this island. Perhaps you could explain more while we're walking?
Your friends will offer for entrance to the mine. For the mine is mine. Mine.
Mine.
That reminds me of another thing. Hold on, let me find a picture.
Do you guys have any leftover rations from the...
Does
I'd
the
probably
boy
get
look
you through.
wounded?
He doesn't look wounded, but he looks a little malnourished.
I'm gonna create water for everybody again and offer them some.
When he sees you cast and like move your arms, the boy gets a little scared and he puts his hand back and you see this large fire flame erupt in his hand and he holds it back.
Ooh.
And then he sees the water and he puts it back.
You like fire too, boy?
He says in Draconic, protect myself, fire.
Me too.
Mine.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Yeah, this is all Draconic.
I'm trying to get into the mine to get some gunpowder.
The man hears Anton speak in common. He says in common, boy does not know this language.
Now, I can't rightly say that I know yours.
We speak the same tongue as the Serpent Whisperers.
Can't say I know anything about them either. Would I know anything about them?
Nah. This island belongs to them. You will move on.
Well, if you could point us to a ship, that would certainly make our ability to do that much easier.
He looks confused. What is a ship?
Uh, boat.
Transportation.
Some would call it freedom.
Freedom is what we earned when we escaped the Temple of Grahau. Freedom is what we have here. He points to the mines behind him.
Have you ever been past the Great Blue?
No.
Oh, there's a lot to be had. Ships allow us to traverse the great distances beyond the island.
I think you're getting a little too advanced. I'll say comment. No.
Yeah. Maybe he'll get it, maybe he won't.
When you talk Shiba, the man looks at you. You. He points at Shiba. Come.
I'm where?
Closer. I want to see what's on your arm. He looks at your arms and he turns the boy around very forcefully. Just, and you see the markings that are on your forearms resemble the same markings that are on the back of the boy's neck.
Would I know what that is?
You know it's similar to what your markings are. So the meaning's probably similar.
Do any of us know what that means, seeing it?
It's not a language. It looks like a strange like runic carving almost.
I'd be able to do a history check. It's like,
Sure.
that's what it is. Is it a magical thing as well?
It's not magical, but make a history check.
Have I seen that in the tavern at all?
No.
No? Okay.
Damien with a 22? Even though you rolled so high? It doesn't look like something that you've seen before.
Interesting.
It's interesting.
Runes I've never seen before. That's a rare
You took
thing.
this boy from their temple, right?
I saved the boy.
But
Do I say-
was it near their
Yes, we were a prisoner. I was used to procreate with the Amazon. The boy was saved from the Amazon. Vog in disguise.
I'm gonna offer up some like minor leftover food from the meals before.
Is that still in Draconic?
No, he's been speaking in common sense.
I'm gonna offer up the remaining food I had from like dinner, 'cause I didn't eat it all since I was small. And then ask if we could continue the conversation while walking down.
He looks up at the sky and you can see the sun starting to set. It's best that we go inside the mines and close the entryway for the night.
Yeah. I suppose I'll try and walk with him a little bit ahead of everyone else. With the man.
The man? Because the boy will never leave the man's side. The boy's like attached to his hip. Okay.
I'll stay with
Yeah.
Sheila and man since I'm looking for poop.
Mm-hmm.
And well, now that we're in a cave.
I'll keep a little distance behind them.
But I'll try and
Stop stealing, boys.
I'll try and talk to the man and whisper to him what I think.
Sure. So you're walking down this old mine shaft. You have to duck to get under, and as all 5 of you duck and get under the mine shaft, he takes these wooden boards and he pushes them up against the opening. He starts to close them.
Expecting something bad come through.
Must hide from the serpent whisperers and from the great Kong. And then, so Sheba, you get closer and you whisper. Make a stealth See if you can whisper past everyone as they're. It's kind of close. See if they hear you. Everyone, give me a perception check.
Perception. Nope.
Oh.
Oh, we gotta roll a perception.
I can send it to him.
All right.
You're seeing if you can hear what Sheba whispers to Man. As it gets close and whispers. Only Damien picks it up.
I
As Damien
sent
is
it to him.
okay. Damien, you're like focused on this guano, and you get close enough to hear some of this conversation. The man turns to the boy, looks at him, and he turns to Sheba and he nods. Yes. The skeleton key.
So, I suggest that you try and cover that up with mud.
Unfortunately, they all know we are on the island and they search for us. If they see the boy, they will know it is him.
Ah,
That's why we hide in the mines.
mines are a good area to hide in, especially if you know the.
The temple of Gurdahu is home to nearly 100 Amazon warriors, and the massive intelligent apes, the Kongs. Their minds are awakened by whatever resides inside the temple. Going down here, there is a ton of guano, and it's almost like you just scoop your hand and you can pick up some as you're
I'm gonna
walking
put
down.
some in the bowl, and I'm also looking for the pirate, or just straight sulfur, since we're actually in a mine now.
Give me an investigation.
Can I try and help even though I don't know what the hell it is?
Yeah, I'll give it advantage
If I
with the
can
roll.
find an example, I'll show it to.
We'll say Sheba assists you to get a 22. There's some sulfur in here. Takes a little while, but eventually you find it. As it's almost like an 8-foot mine shaft wide, and it just continues deeper into this.
I'm just gonna continue to put stuff into the bowl. Like when I find it on the wall, I'm just gonna crack it out and let it fall in.
See, you gather guano, gather sulfur. He doesn't go too deep into the mines. He just goes like a couple hundred feet and then he stops and he sits down. You can see this very makeshift camp where man and boy have been living in the mines.
Do I see any mushrooms or anything growing?
No mushrooms,
Okay.
but he sits by it and he sparks the fire. It's very, very like meager, just surviving quarters. You may stay here for the night and then you will leave. More bodies may draw attention, more sound.
Sounds good.
The boy kind of curls up next to the man.
I'll do first watch.
I'll do second watch.
I'll do second watch, and then I'm gonna go and make the barrel for the gun, and then I'm also gonna filter off the guano into nitrate.
Yoo-hoo-hoo.
I will join on the first watch.
On the first watch,
I think Damien's got it for the second.
Anton. Okay. Anton and Sheba, as you guys are awake with Man. Man leans over to Sheba, not whispering, but you bear same markings as the boy. Were you here
That
once?
I do. Not here.
What do your markings mean?
Not a clue. Probably the same things his does.
You're a key for those that speak to
Probably.
snakes.
Snaky snakes.
Nah.
I hope they
Who
do not
knows?
find you. You want to stay hidden from them. Can the two of you help us cross the Great Blue?
We managed to get ourselves the ship or find one, or there are plenty of ways.
I mean, if we get ourselves a ship, yeah.
Describe ship.
Big, made of wood, floats on top of the water.
Depends on the kind of ship you're looking for. I'll describe like a small, like just a basic sailing ship.
And Temple of Grahuda are something that resembles what you speak. But you'll be walking into Amazon housing to get there. They will see your markings and they will take you.
There's a way around that. And,
Do they have magic of their own?
No, they fear the magic.
Well, suppose since all of us have some sort of magical talent, might be a little bit easier just to waltz right in and take one.
I will not take Boy back there, but I will journey with you if you would let us. Just do not make the boy angry. He does not understand how to control the same magic that you control. He has violent outbursts, very dangerous.
Well, it's often good to have a little bit of a focus. I'll unsheath the sword a little bit and kind of wring my hand across. Just like make a gust of wind just hit one of the walls.
You teach Boy.
I can't say I'm much of a teacher, but we could talk about that later.
Temple is in the mountains. Many Amazons, they carry large shields. Same weapon as this, and he holds up that same long, kind of broad longsword with the serrated edges. They speak with snakes.
Hmm.
Hmm.
We will stay here in the mines, safe.
Mm-hmm. I guess.
There's nothing else you guys want to speak about? 2-man. Next watch will come up.
Nah, I'm good.
Next watch, Damien.
Well,
Okay.
I will ask him. So if we are to come across them, are they likely to attack us on sight? Should we be a little bit careful about getting this ship of ours?
I think they will be curious at first. They're not dumb. Even though they are scared of magic, they are very intelligent. Well trained.
I don't know, Sheba. I think we can be a little diplomatic, maybe.
You can go talk to him if you want to. I don't feel like going against a possibly violent.
We need a ship to get off this island either way.
We'll have to see what's going on there first.
I think that's a solid plan to me. Well, if you could point us in the right direction in the morning, I think we can get ourselves a ship.
I will do this.
That's all I had.
So Damien, you make you filtrate your guano. Get closer to making your powder. Morning comes. Man and boy leads you outside, and he points to kind of the area where the pagodas were in the side of the mountain.
What is your guys' names?
I have no name. He has no name.
Mhm.
Huh. So
We
Hugh
need to
Grant.
just start calling him.
Start calling them what? You cut out.
Craig and Greg Jr.
Oh God.
Kratos
Exactly.
and call man Kratos.
Kratos and boy.
Boy,
Hey, boy.
man and boy. So he kind of points you to where the pagodas are. On the other side of the jungle where the mountain was to the west of where you guys were originally.
Guess we're gonna be going there then.
I think we should try to avoid them as best as we can, but
Is there anything else in these caves that you haven't found yet? Is there anything good? Or just bad shit?
Most of the cave has been collapsed when you get further down. But it is a good place to hide. You are welcome to hide here if you wish. We will need to hunt today.
I'm almost done with my little project here. I want to mix everything together in my bowl while we're getting ready to.
Got it? So Damien is making a concoction. Man and boy start to equip themselves. Look like they're about to go into the jungle to hunt and come back. After a long rest, what would you guys like to do for the day?
Well, should we go see if our camp is ransacked?
probably check on that.
Do you want to go towards the camp?
Yep.
So you guys will be coming this way now. Going into the jungle again, away from the mines, away from man and boy. Does anyone have a perception higher than 14?
Yeah.
I have a perception of 14.
I have 15.
Is there a marching order that you guys like to be in, or are you kind of pushing your way through the
Trying
jungle?
to sneak out front.
Anton will probably be in the middle.
Baron will be next.
While we're walking, can I grab some tree sap?
Sure.
And
Walking through
use
the-
it as a glue.
Walking through the jungle, collecting tree sap, stepping over some of the crawlers on the ground, pushing through the foliage. Anthrax with a 15. At the corner of your eye, you see the black form of a panther push its way through the forest on the cliff face above you. Kind of just stalks through the forest.
We're being stalked, boys. Might have some dinner for later, too.
With that, I'm gonna go stealth. I'm gonna try to at least.
So you stop and you duck down. And as you duck down, the two hidden panthers explode out of the forest. Roll initiative.
Oh man.
Not surprised because Anthrax called out and you guys kind of stopped and looked around. Sheba, you got first as these two panthers have pushed their way through the jungle and are rushing after you.
Am I hidden? I had a 16 stealth.
Nope.
Oh, I got a 10, but didn't add it to my character.
Gotcha. 10.
Hmm.
Thank you.
All right. So these panthers that have been tracking you for some time were spotted by Anthrax. And as he yelled out that you guys are being hunted, you prepared yourselves, and then the panthers pushed through the forest and are rushing after you.
Alright. I'll go up to this one, and as the first time that I actually use magic, you'll see the symbols on my arm start to glow yellow, and then I'll shock.
Got it?
Well, just the first one.
22 hits for 8, and you grab him and shock him as you do. It hits pretty bad, and his fur stands up like a... but he looks pretty... Yeah, it did some damage to him. He's looking pretty rough. Anthrax.
That was a perfect roll. Thank God.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I am gonna do a firebolt at this chump right here.
Cool.
Ooh, for a whopping 1. Then I move my ass right over here.
Firebolt hits for 1 on the panther. Panther has a ton of movement. He gets to Varen. His 50 speed. Because he moved in a straight line, if he hits with his claw, he jumps on top of you and knocks you prone. 22.
Yeah.
So the panther runs through, it pounces on top of you, and knocks you prone. Damien.
I'm gonna take up arms against the panther closest to us and fire a crossbow.
10 goes over its head and misses. You're trying to avoid hitting Varen, and as you try to do so, you shoot just a little bit too high, and it goes off into the jungle. Anton.
Let's see. So Anton will pull out his the longsword, wave his hand across it, and lightning will start to form in his hand. And I'll blast him right in the face with a lightning ball.
Nice. Woo, that's a lot of damage.
Nice damage.
He's on death's door as his lightning ball smashes him onto the side of the cheek and the left arm. And as Varen's lying prone, this lightning just explodes off him. He looks pretty rough.
Bad kitty.
Fat kitty.
Oh, please don't make that save. Yes!
That's a fail. The panther dies of sadness.
Yeah, boops it on the nose. Bad kitty.
I'll stand up. That's my turn.
All right.
It died of shame.
Yeah.
This panther's going to swing. It's going to bite at Sheba. Miss.
Nope.
At the top of the round. Hearing the violence, unbeknownst to you all, as you're being stalked by a tiger, joins the initiative order. Oh. And he rolls a 20.
Kitty wants some candy.
So the tiger from behind, waiting for an opportunity, seeing that you guys have engaged the panthers, rushes out. Oh! Just enough to get to Damien. This is also a pounce. If he hits you, you're knocked prone.
Little bastard.
I whispered it. Let me fix that. Never whisper rolls. I'll reroll. 9.
No.
So this large Bengal tiger comes rushing through the jungle and jumps at you. You duck. Sheba.
Take my rapier and slash the.
13's
Shit.
enough for 7. Kills
Thank God.
it. Slam your rapier into its mouth.
And I can make it over to Baron.
Anthrax.
All right, this guy's pretty big, so we are gonna summon that wildfire. So bring out Hephaestia, and I want her to pop up right there. Actually, 1, 2, 3. I want to right over here.
So for the first time you see Anthrax summon this fire elemental that takes shape next to the tiger.
Mm-hmm. So now he's got to make a DC 13, or take 1d6 plus 2.
Dex save?
Yep.
Alright, fail.
Mm. 5 points of damage.
5 points
Fire.
of fire damage as it explodes in this little wildfire puff. Explodes off the
Alright.
elemental.
That was my action and my bonus action. Hephaestia. As a bonus action, is going to flame seed him.
Woo, that's a crit.
Damn.
Throwing fire at him for 10. Smashes into the side of him and burns the side of his fur. And he roars out in pain.
And that's
Damien.
my turn.
I'm gonna use my action to disengage. Move back into the shrubbery.
Got it?
And then. Nah, I'm not gonna bring action surge yet.
Anton.
Well, aren't you a big little kitty? Same thing. Wave my hand across the sword. This time, fire is going to start, sloughing off of it into my hand, form a little ball, just right into his face.
8 misses. That was some good
Oh.
damage, though.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah. 8 misses.
I'll take a step back.
Got it? Farron.
Big bag kitty. Damn it. Alright.
How do you keep getting one?
The ones. The kitty does not
He's a
care for
good
your
kid.
vicious mockery.
He's like, I'm a
Big
good
kitty."
kitty.
I'm the best cat.
Go back.
Shao Kahn is pissed.
I'm gonna do a bonus action actually. I'll give Sheba bardic inspiration.
Okay.
So they get a d6.
Sheba. Feel inspired by Varen. The tiger doesn't know any better, so he's going to turn and try to kill that fire elemental that just burned him.
Second one hits for 7.
So it bites, gets burned a little bit, and then peels back and claws at it. Sheba.
I'll move in and attack. With my rapier. And since an ally is near me, I get a sneak attack.
Got it. 15 hits.
Fucking one.
Oh, 10 damage is pretty good.
Damn it.
Jamie rapier into the side of the tiger's, like going through his throat as he's swiping at Hephaestia. Still alive, still kicking.
Alrighty, and we're gonna firebolt that guy.
Thanks for the follow, TTV Godly. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Then Hephaestia is gonna do the same thing again and flame seed him. Boop. Dang. Probably both miss.
12 hits for 8, but a 10 misses. And with that 12 firebolt from Anthrax, he's looking pretty rough. I can't get my music to work again, which is annoying.
Yeah, it's out for me too. Oh, there we go.
Let's go jungle. I can make the jungle work. So the tiger is looking pretty rough from the fire damage and from the rapier strike, but still standing. Damien. It's taking a little long to load.
Yeah, so did it go?
It's getting there. It's just there we go.
Frozen.
Yeah.
spot over here. I'm gonna shoot him with a crossbow.
With a 15, Damien, how do you want to do this as you slay the tiger?
Right between his eyes.
So the tiger drops. Hephaestus stays up though for the next 55 minutes or so.
I'm gonna take my arrow
Well,
back.
I'm listening for anything else. Beautiful.
The 9 perception, you listen to the jungle. You hear the calls of the bird life. You hear the rummaging of some of the baboons in the area. For the most part, the threat from before is quiet.
Well then, shall we be getting back?
Well, we should probably drag one of these too.
Might be a
Waste
good
of a
idea.
meal.
One of the panthers or the tiger?
Panthers seem like they'd be easier to. We don't have anything to slide across the ground for the.
I'm gonna search for any plants in the area.
Sure. Give me a investigation. Oh no.
I mean, oh no.
With an 11, no, nothing really jumps out. There's a little more of that same sprig from before,
Ah,
but nothing else is.
I'm not picking
Ridley?
up the spray.
You trek through the rest of this jungle, getting back to your main camp. As you get back out to the coast, and the waves wash against the side of this sandy beach. Your fire has extinguished, as you've been gone for some time. The big bonfire that was out front that you built to try to catch the passage of some ships is also out. But it looks untouched. Nothing marks the sand except for some of the small little crab legs that have rushed across. Nothing else has disturbed your campsite. This would
We staying here, we heading out.
What do you guys want to do?
What time is it?
You could make it to the pagodas in the mountain, or at least get somewhat close, but it's going to take the rest of the day, and it'll be nightfall when you get there.
Maybe do it in the day.
Just go during the day tomorrow.
Might be the best course of action.
Mm-hmm.
So since
All
we're running close on time,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything you guys want to talk about during your campsite, or you want me to jump to the pagodas? Since we got like
Just
20 minutes
gonna
left.
work on finishing the gun.
Cool.
Using the metal and the tree sap as for the gun.
So, traversing the forest, almost a day's hike inward. Come on, music. Work for me. Stupid roll 20. Alright. You push your way up the mountain cliffs. You see the ruined pagodas built onto a pillar that stands at the center of a chasm, about 60 feet wide and 100 feet deep. Atop the pillar is an ancient monastery flanked by two almost 120-foot tall bird-like statues, and those bird-like statues represent the Avis. An ancient bridge of thick vines connect the monastery to the southern end of the chasm in front of you. The bridge looks broken and frail. 3 pagodas shrouded by mist rest on the other side. So the bridge in front of you is not the strongest work, as it is pretty dilapidated over time. But you can see 3 pagodas. There's a mist that covers them, and you see these massively tall Avis structures. It's like almost like an Avis monastery.
Oh. Shall we step in?
We shall.
Damn, none of my. This is like every time we've done Roll 20 for the past couple days, the music always cuts out. Why you do this?
Come on, roll 20. Quit being all fucky.
Try to reload again, I guess. But you step up to the large vine work in front of you.
We bum rush it while the DM's gone, steal the boat, and leave.
Now's our chance.
Yeah, right. He's gone. He's gone. Quick. While the gods aren't looking.
Come on, roll 20.
I don't think it's gonna work.
It like signed me out too. That's weird.
It did for me too.
Yeah. What the fuck? Oh well. Well, as you all look out across this vine-like bridge, you want to attempt to cross it?
Does it look stable?
It looks like it's seen better days.
I can test it, but I'm pretty light.
Fine.
Guess I'll test it.
Step out into the vine work. It parts of it holds, parts of it crunches underfoot. It's pulled taut, and you can see that some of the vine has extended out into these Avi's bird-like humanoid statues, almost monk-like.
Do I see anything?
Looking down, it drops hundreds of feet into the chasm. The statue on your left looks to have been smashed by weather and the storms that crossed the area, but the one on the right is holed up for the most part. The three pagodas are shrouded in mist from this point, and it's hard to see what's beyond them.
I guess I'm continuing.
Stepping across your footfall, steps almost through the vine work, and you catch yourself on the side. It doesn't break, but just where the footfall went through, your foot went through the vines into the chasm below. And you caught yourself.
There.
Fight your way across, slowly, like tightrope walking across the vines, and then the three pagodas open up in front of you. Looking at the pagodas as you made your way through, the mist shrouds much of the entrance, but there's no doors. They're like open pagoda entrances, and inside each one from this vantage point, it looks like it's been pretty cleared out and there's not much inside.
This would be a better base of operations than what we had.
Slowly making your way across the vinework. When you get closer to the central pagoda, you can see now to your left and to your right. To your left and to your right, the floor plane is completely open. In the center, there are a couple what looks to be broken tablets strewn across the center of the pagoda. There's a rusted, looks like plate armor or breastplate armor that sits on the steps in front of the pagoda, covered up by some dirt and sand. And then there's the hilt of a sword that's embedded into the sand right in front of the pagoda. They're all like kind of right there.
This magic circle here.
The circle in the sand is a symbol. It's a star, but the star shape, instead of just being like pure lines, it's like snakes have interwoven themselves as the star. It's like a star as the lines are made of snake.
Can we make a history check on that?
Yeah. So 15.
And if it's magical, it's +4.
Okay. You have heard in passing of a monastery that worshipped like serpents, like snakes, way of the serpent. Though it's been some time since you've seen it practiced anywhere. But you do remember in your research and your reading that there was this this monastery, very secluded across Erenel, not just in any central point, but they worshipped serpents and snakes and how they quietly struck from the shadows. Although you've never heard of Avis necessarily being monks.
This might be where the Serpent Sisters came from a long time ago.
So you get closer, the breastplate now sticks up a little bit from the sand as Damien you approach, and then the hilt of that sword also is closer.
I wonder why this was left here. Best not touch it yet. And walk past towards the monastery.
I get the sense that it's magical or not?
Say, can I do an Arcana check on it? On the circle?
So the circle's not magical. The long sword is. It gives off a slight arcana from it.
Can I grab the hilt of the sword and cast it in?
So you reach down and you grab the sword. A couple things pop out
Well-
as you so like you reach down and touch the sword.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I have to touch it to cast it in.
A couple of things stick out. One is the breastplate. Grabbing the sword reveals the breastplate a little bit more. So the breastplate is tarnished and worn by wear, but you can see in the center of the breastplate the symbol of the illuminated empire, the great sun, sits on the breastplate. Grabbing the sword, it is a +1 longsword. Longsword looks like it's been here for decades, maybe a century. It looks very old, but because it's magical, it's held itself very well.
Anyone here use the longsword?
I could, yeah.
Nope. Can't say I do.
That's a negative.
This might be best in your hands then.
I'll take it. Okay.
So their stealth was higher than any of your passes, but they have chosen to make themselves known, and you see two Amazon women step out from behind the middle pagoda. These women,
I'm going to shift my arms behind my back.
so they step forward. They carry shields. They carry the same weapon that you saw being carried by a man, the Mako hilt. They wear breastplates, kind of similar to the ones in the ground in front of you, though they don't have the markings on them. They also look very large and powerful. They resemble the Valthera in your group and Anthrax, as even though they're women, they're large, very muscular, and they both kind of just step out from behind the pagoda, and they stare at the five of you, unmoving, just staring, weapons ready at their sides.
I hope they're friendly.
Anton will crack a smile and just kind of wave and, string his hand across the longsword and glow purplish for a second.
With my arms behind my back, I'll ask, can I help you with something? Or can we help?
One of them, the one on the left speaks.
I'll say in Draconic, because I think I remember him saying this.
She responds in Draconic. Why are you here?
We are hoping a way to find a way.
Shipwrecked. I say in Draconic behind him.
We mean you no harm. Please do not be frightened.
I'm a little worried.
Really?
Say it again. You guys were like at the same time.
Neither do we.
Well, quietly saying, I'm a little.
You step on sacred ground. You should step backwards.
I listen. I step backwards towards the stairs.
I'll take a couple steps back.
They kind of give a wide berth and then come closer. Death by snoo snoo.
Exactly.
That one.
How long have you been shipwrecked on the island?
It's been 2 days now.
Have you come across anyone else since you've been here?
Afraid we haven't.
This is a shame. We're desperately searching for our companions.
You wouldn't happen to have seen any other people that don't fit here, do you? I fear some of our companions may be lost.
None that we've seen, no. But our temple is, she points away farther north into the jungle, away from where your camp was.
I see.
Maybe our priestesses can assist you. Are you injured?
Nope. We're quite healthy, actually.
Was this like a lure them into a trap kind of thing, or yeah, we.
Well, the 15, she has a very straight, undiscerning face for the most part. But she's obviously holding like some information back as she speaks to you. Do you need food and water? Are you safe here? You sure you don't want to come with us to the temple? There are many of us there. We have been here for hundreds of years. We are guardians of the island.
Wouldn't that make us foreign invaders?
By the looks of you, we are not concerned.
This is good to hear.
We also are in need of people like you. Men.
Ah, I see.
Snoo snoo.
So
Mhm.
those islands. Oh dear. I don't think any of us are of your race, though.
You might be compatible, no?
And two of us won't be able to procreate.
Hmm.
Do you?
I think I've heard of gnomes with you.
Oh,
Elves, yes, but
we had a man, but he's lost to us now. We are very concerned for his well-being.
I'm sure when a whole tribe of women share one man, it can get quite out of control.
Would you like to come with us and speak to the High Priestess Ghelfi?
Look back at the group.
I can't say that I rightly understand what any of these people are telling us.
So basically, I'm
Can't
gonna
hear.
translate. They want us to come meet their priestesses to help us, quote unquote. They also want us to procreate with them, but none of us are really capable of that, so I think we're safe in that.
Still might try you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Death by snoo.
They'll be rather disappointed. Well, you guys want to give this a chance, or do you want to just go return to our camps and maintain the status quo?
She points north, deeper into the jungle with her Maka hilt. This way.
If this is the
Well-
only way to get a ship, I guess we gotta do it.
They know we're on
Worth a
this
shot.
island, so I don't think we'll be safe at our camp either way.
Alright. Well, I guess we're following.
Oh boy.
The two Amazon women lead you deeper into the jungle as you guys follow away from the monastery. And I think it's a good spot to end for the night. Maybe there's a ship where you guys are heading. Be helpful.
Maybe there's not. Maybe that guy was just fucking us over to get himself free. You never know.
Man.
Who knows? All I know is my gun is almost done.
Yeah.
All I know is I don't feel like learning what the hell they'll figure out or they'll try and do with this.
So this next game is on March 14th.
Hell yeah.
Let's update this quick. Episode 1 is in the books.
Yay.
They weren't phased by the mage armor. He lied to us.
Good thing none of us are human.
Because it's funny.
No.
So you guys up for meeting some of the ship's captain and some of the crew to get attacked, to being stranded on an island with meeting some strange Amazon women. And a boy that has the same markings as Sheba.
Yeah, Sheba, what's going on there? Oh.
So next game, Rise of Harlock is this Monday at 7 o'clock. And then Dying Ember is a week from today. Hopefully we get our new email by then.
Oh, I just realized I had an error in my character sheet. This whole time.
So thanks for everyone that
Charisma.
thanks for everyone that followed. Thanks for those new subscriptions. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys again soon. And we'll be back on Monday. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
There we go, error fixed. I'm glad I caught that early on. Oh my gosh. That was in the wrong stat. I don't know how I got dexterity and charisma confused. I was curious of why my crossbow is not getting a bonus. There we go. Okay.
Some's fucky.
Yeah. At least it was only for one session. Oof.
Yeah, not too hard
Also,
combat this
I'll
time.
message you on that gun I made.
Hmm.
And figure out what it will be like, since it's just like a primitive version.